What is happening, everybody? I forgot to turn on my lights. There we go. Light, I mean. The one dinky little light right behind me. What was I doing? I was grabbing chat. Pop out. Squish. I don't know why YouTube chat always pops out really in this really fat window that's not, not gonna fit remotely anywhere. I'm not doing this dashboard. Pop out. Now, how do I order my window? That. YouTube chat, Twitch chat. Chat's a little wide. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. All right, what did we accomplish last time? Yes, we met Ilya and what's her name? Ixia. Started chapter 2, and here's how many chapters are in this game. We're 4 in the first one, 10 plus, or 4 plus a prologue in the first one, 10 plus a prologue in the second one. Or is it 9 plus a prologue? Maybe it was 10 total. Either way. A lot of chapters in the second one. Game 2 was just long. Yeah, and then we checked in with Ravash and Grimwood. See what's going on with Yin and the letter that... Why is this not... Yes, can you... Thank you. Yeah, we checked in with Ravash and with Grimwood to learn about Yin. Ravash is being a little dodgy. Grimwood's heard of them. And now our goal is to investigate Heyu, who's in that building. Let's begin. It is like blocking a little bit on my screen. Time is affixed to the locked door. Here Trading Limited, Crossbell Branch. If you have business with us, please knock. This must be the place. How do we proceed, Lloyd? Excuse me, is anybody there? Who might you all be? We're from the Crossbell Police Department, Special Support Section. We're hoping to ask your branch manager a few questions regarding a certain incident, if possible. Wait here for a moment. Crumb in my throat and then chug water a little too quickly. Well, here we go. And what kind of trouble are we getting ourselves into this time? Suppose we'll find out very soon. Apologize for the wait. Branch manager will see you now. Please come in. If you'll excuse us. Not that way. If I go a different direction. But there isn't a different direction to go. Oh, how nice of you to finally visit. It's nice to meet you. I'm Lloyd Bannings of the CPD's Special Support Section. Pleasure is all mine. I'm Cal Lee, manager of the Heyu Trading's Crossbell branch. So you're Lloyd, and you three must be Ellie, Randy, and Tio, correct? How'd you... May I ask how you know of our names already? Truth be told, I'm an avid reader of the Crossbell Times. I was mesmerized by your exploits and instantly became a fan. Though boorish of me, I decided to investigate your backgrounds through various intermediaries. That's so. Yeesh, 5 seconds in, he's already holding all the cards. He's just as cunning and intelligent as we. It's an absolute honor to meet such an intriguing group as yourselves. What brings you to our office today? Is there a problem of some sort with our business operations? No, that's not it. We're actually in the middle of investigating an incident involving Arc-en-Ciel. Arc-en-Ciel, you say? Ah, but of course, Crossbell's very own prided theatrical troupe. I've been meaning to see one of their shows ever since I first arrived here, but work has kept me oh so busy. I seem to recall them having announced their next production, correct? Yeah, that's right. As a matter of fact, our investigation is related to an issue with their upcoming show. We'd actually like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. Oh dear, it sounds like quite the predicament. We're gonna see... That might be a better spot. Very well, I shall comply with your request. Free of charge, of course. Yin, you say? We're aware that Heiyu's main office is located in the Republic's eastern quarter. Thinking that due to that, you might be familiar with Yin. Interesting. Am I to assume you're implying I have connections to this criminal named Yin? No, of course not. To be honest, we simply don't have a lot of info, so we're following up on any and all leads we have. Ah, is that so? Well, alright then. This may be rather basic information, but I can tell you some of the legends regarding Yin in more detail. You're listening. The name Yin holds a particularly strong influence within the eastern quarter. Xiangshuo, an assassin, and behind a mask and beneath a pitch-black cloak. No one has ever gazed upon his true face. He appears like a shadow and vanishes like a phantom. His prey has never once escaped. What may seem preposterous, some say Yin may be immortal. Immortal? What do you mean? Well, documents show that Yin has been operating as an assassin for at least a century. His rise into legend began shortly after democratization of the Calvary Republic. If you were to examine records from that time, Yin's name is frequently mentioned. Demon draped in black sent one prominent figure after another to their grave during this chaotic period in history. The story's getting more outlandish by the second. It's gotta just be some scary fable to keep the kiddos in line. No way he's real. No, Mr. Orlando, Yin is very real. What? Yin far surpasses a mere tall tale in the underworld of the Eastern Quarter. Though his true identity is unknown, Zemuria's greatest assassin can be employed at the right price. Master of all assassination techniques, martial artist with incredible dexterity and agility who lurks in the shadows. He is recognized as such, and his deadly work speaks to his expertise. A certain organization highly values Yin and entrusts many jobs to him, or so the rumor goes. Organization you are referring to. Yes, that reminds me, while we're on the topic of Yin, I've heard recent claims of Yin having vanished entirely from the Eastern Quarter. It has come to my attention that he has accepted a hefty job from the aforementioned organization. He's gonna tell me Ravash, isn't he? Apparently it involved traveling to a certain autonomous state we're all familiar with. I don't like what you're implying. What's the matter? I haven't given you the name of the organization, have I? Nor the name of the state. You and Ravash are one and the same. Oh, please, refrain from comparing Heyu to that measly local gang. Or at least, that's what I'd like to say. Quite frankly, I'm more than impressed with how well they've managed to adapt to this peculiar city. Those persistent little pests have caused quite a bit of trouble for us. You fessing up? Not even pretending anymore. I'm merely referring to them as our fellow business competitors. Here in Crossbell, free trade is protected by law, after all. You take issue with that, officers? Let me ask you this one final question. Has Archon Ciel been caught in the crossfire between you and Ravash? We just received information about Ravash's proposal for Archon Ciel to perform in the Imperial capital. You considering a similar proposal too? I have no problem admitting that certain crowds in the Republic wish to be graced by their presence. However, our company is unconcerned with matters relating to the entertainment industry. Certainly I'm perplexed, though. Why exactly was a threat letter signed with the name of an assassin? That's what I intend to find out. Thank you for your time, Cal. We appreciate your cooperation. Lloyd? You sure we're done here, man? I doubt we'd get much more out of him if we stayed any longer. Besides, Cal already seems more than busy enough, so we really should excuse ourselves. Lloyd's right. Thank you for being so considerate. One more thing before you leave, Detective Bannings. What is it? Come now, don't look so displeased. You recall me saying that I'm a big fan of the SSS? Believe me when I say that was no lie. Well, must say, this current investigation of yours absolutely fascinates me. As one of your fans, I can hardly wait to see how you'll resolve this one. I am most certainly looking forward to reading about it. Thank you for stopping by, officers. Branch manager says you may contact us again should anything happen. We appreciate the offer. So, now we have to worry about these guys on top of Ravash. I want to say at least they seem a bit friendlier. Maybe they see us as so little of a threat they think they can screw with us. That is not out of the realm of possibility. Ellie, you okay? Feeling unwell? No, I'm fine. More importantly, we found out that the legendary assassin Yin has managed to infiltrate Crossbell State. You at least managed to get that information out of Cal. Yeah, it didn't seem like he was lying. So, I don't get the impression that Cal is the one threatening Archon Ciel and Ilya. I was thinking the same thing. If that were the case, no way he'd have hinted at his connection to Yin. That would then would that mean his actions are not tied to his employer Heyu, but rather he's acting of his own accord? He might be out of options if that's the case. Let's assume you're right. That means Cal probably doesn't know Yin's true identity. Sounds like our only option is to catch a legendary assassin then. Fortunately. Yin is truly after Ilya's life, then. This case may be beyond our capability. No guarantee that we'd be able to apprehend a professional assassin like Yin. That being the case, wouldn't it be better to leave this to headquarters? Well, that's... not simply look the other way like they did the incident downtown? I doubt it. Arc-en-Ciel, and by extension Ilya, are incredibly important to the people of Crossbell. Headquarters would definitely take action if her life were in danger. Stake their pride on it. That's correct. Who are you? You're with the 1st Investigative Division. I am. Alex Dudley. Come with me. Huh? Why? Only a fool will discuss information here of all places. You don't have time to waste. Follow me. Understood. Huh? What the hell's going on all of a sudden? I don't remember what voice I gave him, so you got a new one. What's the matter with all of you? I don't know what you were thinking waltzing in there like that. Furthermore, you decided to discuss your investigation within earshot of their building. Sorry, sir. Right, we weren't being careful enough. Well, what's done is done. Well? Well, what? Going to explain to me what you're babbling on about with Arc-en-Ciel? How this all relates to your little visit to Heyu? Better tell me everything you know. Excuse me? Where the hell is this coming from? It's brazen of you to demand that after showing up so suddenly. I wonder which one of us is truly brazen. First Division has been keeping tabs on Heyu for over a month already. They're the ones who barged into our investigation without any notice. Wait, seriously? Does that mean you're after Yin too? So you know about Yin? Well, no matter. Start talking and don't leave anything out. If you don't comply, I won't hesitate to file a complaint to Sergei over this obstruction of our investigation. Damn it. Alright, fine. However, our investigation is a formal report submitted to the SSS, so we need it to stay confidential. I'll be able to decide that. Out with the details already. This is an order. I understand the situation. Didn't think there was anything concrete, but it seems they finally tipped their hands. Referring to Yin? Yes, I am. Heyu employed a legendary assassin as a trump card in order to threaten Ravash's influence. First Division received an anonymous tip with information regarding Heyu, and been surveilling them since. Who would have thought a group of amateurs would stumble onto the scene and give us just the lead we needed? Oh, that almost sounded like a compliment. I'd like to inquire as to why you only had Heyu under your surveillance. The impression that your team is leaving Ravash unchecked. What are you implying? First Division already understands Ravash's operating procedure. We're also fully aware of both the incident downtown and how they've used warhounds. I think for a second we haven't kept tabs on the cases you've been getting. What? And why? If you got involved in every little thing they did, there'd be no end to it. None of the incidents you took on were anything as serious as murder. They were simply petty crimes. Honestly think we'd put off more important cases to divert our limited personnel to such minor issues? understand that, but still. Those of us in the First Division are leagues apart from know-nothings like yourselves. Charged with maintaining a certain degree of order in a city where justice is a constant uphill battle. We're expected to suppress major crimes and protect the public from criminal organizations and foreign intelligence agencies. Can you possibly fathom the work that goes into that? I knew it. Always had a feeling. Crossbell's peace and prosperity are hanging by a thread. Yes, most of its citizens fail to realize it. Sure, it might be popular to read stories on Ravash's ties to the Imperial Diet faction members. Meanwhile, Heiyu is in the process of deepening their relationship with the Republican faction. If we allow it to progress any further, it will be untouchable. Laws against espionage are lax as well. Agents from foreign intelligence agencies are free to enter and leave however they like. Never realized. This is unbelievable. Well, you're talking. Crossbell's already got one foot in the grave. The situation is desperate as this. Our only option is to simply do what we're able to. We assess how dangerous each case is, and even if we can't solve the root cause of it, we can at least lessen the impact. Handling it is nothing more than solving one part of a larger puzzle. We haven't been able to keep a close watch on the case regarding Arc-en-Ciel. Thank you for the valuable information. First Division will handle it from here. You may return to your usual duties. What? Hell is this crap? After carefully assessing the situation, I've ascertained that Yin is more than a agent. We'll be observing Heiyu's movements while protecting Ilya Platier from falling victim to our mysterious assassin. Tell me, you be able to handle all that? Damn it. Lack of resources, it would prove to be difficult. At the very least, I can let you handle contacting Arc-en-Ciel. Make sure you tell them their case has been transferred to the First Division. See to it that they're given a proper explanation. The hell? He just shows up, gives us shit, takes our case, and then drives off? Personal vehicle. Insult to injury. As frustrated as we all are, I understand where he's coming from. I actually agree with him. The scope of this case has gone way beyond our level of experience. All we can do now is inform the troop and offer our sincerest apologies. Guess you're right. Run out of options. Hold on, guys. Lloyd, you're the last person I expected to hear that from. Who told us to overcome our barriers? You said that as long as we're together, that no barrier is too high, didn't you? So why? Why are you giving up so easily? Really? Whoa there, where's this coming from? Didn't you already tell us it'd be better to leave it to headquarters? Wait, is that... I did, didn't I? Ellie. Understand. I'm frustrated too, Ellie. I want to do something about it just as much as you do. If you don't want us to give up, then we'll find another way. No, it's alright. Sorry, everyone. I think I've just had a rough day is all. Ellie. Well, we did spend our entire day running into one jackass after another. Let's go report the news to Arc-en-Ciel. We can head back to the base and relax for a bit after. Sounds like a reasonable plan. Sure, sounds good. Is that okay with you, Ellie? Thank you, everyone. Let's be off to Arc-en-Ciel then. I'm gonna stop by the main base first. Double check that I don't have any support requests to do. I don't. This is good news. Payment district is this way. Huh? Oh. Oh, what a surprise. Good afternoon, Ms. Ellie. Hello, Grandfather. Ernest. Did I hear her right? This man is Ellie's grandfather? It's been some time. I'm glad to see you're looking well. How's work been going? Well, still new to this, so there's a lot left for us to learn. But I assure you, I don't intend to bring any shame upon the McDowell name. Oh, Ellie, I've told you before, haven't I? You don't have to worry yourself over things like that. These your colleagues, by chance? Yes, they are. It's nice to meet you, sir. My name is Lloyd Bannings, and I'm with the CPD's Special Support Section. Tio Plato, how do you do? How's it going? Name's Randy Orlando. My name is Henry McDowell. It's a pleasure to meet the three of you. I must thank you for taking care of my granddaughter. It's quite the opposite, sir. Ellie's the one that's always looking after us. Mademoiselle is a bona fide genius when it comes to dealing with all the paperwork we gotta go through every day. It does not excuse your utter lack of assistance, Randy. That's so. Well, what is important is that you're content with your post. You know, Ms. Ellie, I really think you should make some time to stop by home every once in a while. I'm sorry. I'm hesitant to rely too much on my family since I began living on my own. Even so, don't you? It's fine, Ernest. Ellie wishes to stand by her decision. Listen, dear. Continue down the path you've chosen until you're satisfied. I cannot mix business with personal affairs, but know that I will help you out to the best of my ability. I know. Thank you, Grandfather. Now then, shall we go, Ernest? I have a meeting with the Business Owners Association next, correct? Yes, sir. It's scheduled for 5 p.m. That's one bitchin' ride. I knew your family was loaded, Mademoiselle. I wouldn't really... Wait just a second! Whoa there. Lloyd? You said Henry McDowell, right? As in the mayor of Crossbell City? That Henry McDowell? Say what? Is? Come to think of it, I do recall seeing that information in the database. Oh dear. Honestly, it's a miracle that you hadn't noticed until now. There's always something about your surname that bothered me, but I couldn't for the life of me figure out what it was. Mayor's name must have totally slipped my mind, I guess. I call myself a detective. Don't have to beat yourself up over it. Besides, my grandfather's position has nothing to do with me. Oh? Anyway, we should hurry and speak with Ilya and the others. Still need to tell them about the 1st Division taking over the case. Yeah, unfortunately. Yo, Mademoiselle, why do you think your granddad stopped by Arc-en-Ciel? Oh, that? Arc-en-Ciel's first public performance of their new production is being held alongside this year's anniversary festival. I assume he was there for a business meeting regarding that. Phew. Oh, look. Back. just in time, too. That was amazing. You two are incredible. Indeed, I've never experienced anything quite like that. You think so? Sounds like if we iron out the kinks, this might become a crowd favorite. Ooh, that gives me an idea. How about you wait another minute before the Moon Princess's spin, Rixia? That way, it'll give the Sun Princess just enough time to react in a way that will really capture the audience's hearts. Perfect. Dancing isn't the only thing that's amazing. Going above and beyond to perfect every little part of the performance. Well, I figure if we can do it, we might as well strive for perfection until it's time to perform. But enough about that. Have there been any developments in the investigation? Oh, that's right. Yes, actually. It's, not exactly good news. What do you mean? Alright then. Let me go grab Avon and then you can fill us in on everything, okay? This Yin character sounds like he's quite dangerous. Can't be serious. He's really somewhere in the city? Wow, well that sure is a fun story. Shadowy, immortal assassin whose legend is whispered in the dark corners of the Eastern Quarter. Oh, I love it. The character practically begs to be on the stage. To add him to our next production. Heck, we can even work the general outfit into our third act right now. Just gotta get some white robes and the costume is set. Oh, Ilya. This is an assassin we're talking about. Why can't you take this more seriously? I suspect that Yin is being employed by a group known as Hate. We still don't quite understand why Yin sent Ilya the threat letter in the first place. One thing is certain, though. The chance that this is nothing more than a prank has decreased significantly. Is there any chance you could postpone, or... Out of the question. Wouldn't walk off stage even if a bomb was about to go off. Isn't that right, Avon? Well, I suppose so. Oh, we aren't all quite as insane, passionate as Ilya. The truth is that all members of the Archon CL belong to the stage, heart and soul. Find one member of the troupe who would abandon their beloved stage under any circumstances. I may be new to all this, but I feel the same way. Yeesh. Sure, people tell you to break a leg out there, but at this rate, your legs will be the least of your worries. Tend to proceed with the show. Does that mean you're also okay with First Division taking over security? Well, I mean, it is pretty annoying, but the show must go on no matter the cost. So, what kind of people are these First Division guys? Well, definitely very talented and, more than qualified for the job. Objectively speaking, they're excellent at what they do. Members of the First Division are an elite group that live up to their name. They should be able to protect you and your show with the utmost discretion until curtain call. I was really hoping to avoid having a bunch of police in here. Then again, we will have a full house. Better safe than sorry. I agree. I think that's for the best. Anyway, we are talking about you here. Once the show starts, you won't even notice them. How rude. I'll have you know that I always pay close attention to my audience. The show only reaches its full potential when the audience and play are completely in sync. Isn't that one of your famous sayings? For anyone else's case, yes. Yours, however. I'd say it's more along the lines of you forcibly dragging everyone into your own performance. He's not mincing his words at all, is he? Indeed, she surely is the very picture of a thief. Excuse me, Lloyd. Does this mean you won't be a part of the investigation anymore? I'm really sorry, Rixia. I don't have much wiggle room here. First Division is going to completely take over the case. With them on it, you won't have anything to worry about, at least. I see. That's a shame. The only reason I agreed to all this in the first place was because you were leading the show, Lloyd. Still, I appreciate you looking into things for us. I'll send some tickets your way as thanks, so be sure to come and see the play next time you're free. Oh yes, I'm sure we can arrange something. Oh, I'm afraid you may have to wait until after the anniversary festival. If you're okay with tickets for next month, I can have them sent to you as gifts. Seriously? Hell yeah. Here, I was thinking I'd have to wait 2 months to see it. It's quite generous. Thank you very much. Really? So sorry, everyone. It caused you nothing but trouble. Don't worry about it, Rixia. What's up, Tiffic? Oh, you're totally right. I did forget to change the category. Change the title, forgot to change the category. So many things to remember. Trails from Zero. I mean, what, is this not Rebirth? Have I been lied to for the past 2 years? Also, here you go. Metal band. Sabaton. The running around we did today is a pretty typical workday for us. It's all simply part of the job. Yep, no worries, Rixia. That's not what I meant to say. Forget about us and just focus on your guys' preview performance. If you say so, then I will. Thank you, everyone. And the winged hussars arrive. I don't think they performed that when I saw them live, though. That is such a great song, though. Great story, too. Like, it's just a wild situation. Preview performance. Oh, I know. I love Sabaton. The hell? You don't know about it already? Arc-en-Ciel puts on a sneak peek of their new show before it's available to the public. That's correct. This will be my first time performing in one. All over the continent, from both the industry and the media will be attending. I don't know Pillars of Wisdom off the top of my head. Many influential people have been invited too in order to boost awareness of our new show. Wow, that's pretty crazy. By any chance, was Mayor McDowell invited as well? Oh yes, he's our guest of honor. Told he plans to support the show in conjunction with the anniversary festival. About the white guy in the Arabian desert. Okay, what album is it on? He's quite kind. Despite his busy schedule, he made time to stop by and encourage us. Very much like him. Good luck with the preview, Rixia. Maybe your first time, but I'm sure you'll perform wonderfully. What year would I have even seen them? The Great War. Okay, I haven't listened to that album quite as much. Think so? Absolutely. Considering all the practice you've put in, I doubt you have anything to worry about. Hell yeah, this play's gonna bring down the house. Quite looking forward to it. Really appreciate the kind words, everyone. Get back to my practice then. I think my favorite might be Carolus Rex. Thank you for all your help. Ready to head back, guys? Might as well. Exhausted, both mentally and physically. Me too. Actually, I used to know the lyrics to Carolus Rex in both English and Swedish, because they released that album in both languages. That's not run, that's run. Oh, run. Speed the game the fuck up. Never heard Carolus Rex? Oh. Wait, isn't that... Oh, you. Oh, thank goodness. I was just starting to wonder if I came to the wrong place. Ernest? Did you come to see me? Yes, I did. I had business to attend to at the office, so I decided to stop by. Hey, what's wrong? You don't look too great. Well, if I remember correctly, you guys were visiting Arc-en-Ciel earlier today, right? You run into some sort of problem with your police work? Well, sort of. It's not anything major. Someone in the troop requested our help, and, went to report what we found. That's all. No, I wasn't too sure if I should stop by here today or not. But I'm sure now that it was the right decision. What do you mean? Allow me to be honest with you. Ellie, I want you to quit the Force and return to us. Quit the Force? That's... Whoa there, buddy. That came out of left field. The impression this does not stem from feelings of love. I know it was your idea to join the CPD, Ellie. Seeing you now, you look so worn down, so... lost. Sure this is really the right path for you? What are you saying, Ernest? Listen to me. I know you understand the current political climate and the despair that comes with it better than anyone. That's likely where your initial urge to join the police originated from. What do you mean? Our gang or best? What you going on about? Just try to think about the torment and pain the mayor is going through. What he feels in the current... Oh, yes. The anniversary festival coming up next month. Mayor McDowell's up to his neck in work. I honestly forgot what my title was for a second. And after that, it's right back to arguing with the Imperial and Republican factions over the budget. You know, I'll take it, pseudo-bastards. It's valid. In 6 months, he'll be up for re-election. As I'm sure you know, Mayor McDowell has planned to retire, but without someone to carry on his policies, he feels like he can't. I'm sure that if you were by his side, he'd feel much more confident about being able to keep going with his work. I'm sorry. Perhaps I'm overstepping. However, I can't ignore the issue any longer. Someone who respects Mayor McDowell and has been with your family for years, I cannot stand idle any longer. Ernest. Of course, the path you ultimately choose to follow is entirely up to you. I just want you to stop and think hard about whether this path you're on is the right one. I'm going to need some time. Excuse me, everyone. I'm tired, so I'm going to go rest in my room for now. Sure. My apologies for suddenly showing up out of the blue like this. It's, okay. It seems to be a pretty complicated family matter. Just try not to bother Mademoiselle for a while, you got it? attempting to take Ellie away from us. I'm sorry, that wasn't my intention. However, you are aware she originally wanted to become a politician before joining the police, aren't you? Really? Huh? Fell on my leg. Would explain her seemingly boundless knowledge of politics and economics. As the granddaughter of the current mayor, she grew up surrounded by politics. It was only natural for her to want to pursue a career in it. To that end, she studied abroad in a number of different nations to hone her skills for international relations and learn foreign policies. However, when she returned home last year, she was dead set on joining the CPD. That's what happened. I was unaware. I always did wonder why a fancy lady like herself was working for the CPD. You keep an eye on her until she makes her decision. It can't bear to see her flounder about like this, unsure of the path in life she should take. Goodness, it's already gotten so late. I'm sorry for taking up so much of your time. I'll get out of your hair now. Okay then. What the hell does this guy think he is? Just walking in, think he can take away our girl? Certainly has been a great deal to sigh about today. Sure has. We got put through so much shit. Definitely one of those days that just kicks you in the nuts over and over. What you mean? Anyway, let's report back to the chief and call it a day. Yeah, Ernest, what the fuck? So that's where things stand. Well, you gonna tuck your tail between your legs and give up here? Saying we have a choice? First Division took over the case. There's no way we can oppose them, given our team's position on the force. Yeah, I guess not. Fox would track you down and give you his longest bitching session yet. Probably. Not simply offer our assistance to the First Division? Don't know how all that'd play out, considering that shit we got from that glasses-wearing dick. Yep, that's also a long shot. CPD is real fussy when it comes to jurisdiction. Makes cooperation between departments a real pain in the ass. It goes double for the First Division. No way a group of elites like them would accept help from a group of rookies like the SSS. But if you're talking about working incognito, that's another topic altogether. Incognito. Yeah, Lloyd, just hit Control-Shift-N. It's that simple. Sir? This is the Special Support Section. Most unconventional department on the force. Sure, HQ tends to ignore us, but that gives you guys a certain level of discretion you can use to your advantage. Basically, as long as you stay quiet about it, you can poke your noses into other departments' jurisdictions without sending them into a tizzy. You realize that you just said we can ignore our superiors' orders, right? Bad influence. It's like I told you before. Might not be able to help you in the field, but I'll cover your asses when I can. In the end, you guys will need to be the ones who take action, though. That being said, your current situation might make this plan impossible to pull off. One of you is still struggling to figure out what to do. This is something you can only overcome by operating as a team. Right? But yeah, it's hard to get fired up without Mademoiselle with us. When she was acting, it was like her head was somewhere else entirely. It's been like that all day from what I can tell. Is Ellie going to be alright? Oh, the dog. Bismarck is another really good Sabaton song. These past 2 months I thought would become... It seems like I never really understood the important things she was dealing with. No idea she was Mayor McDowell's granddaughter, an aspiring politician on top of that. If I recall correctly, you didn't attend the police academy, right, Ellie? How did you end up with the CPD? Well, to put it simply, this is my way of getting some real-world experience. While I didn't attend the academy, I did take a written exam and marksmanship test when I applied. Yeah, you wouldn't know it from your shooting out in the field, Ellie. Couldn't really reject me since I received perfect marks on both tests. You know, the more I learn, the more I feel like we're worlds apart. Battle of the Somethingberg. Oh, Bannockburn. Yes. Isn't that Blood of Bannockburn? Yes, it's Blood of Bannockburn. You think so? It's pretty rare for rookies to have already earned their detective license, though. You must have your own reasons for joining the CPD, right, Lloyd? Well, that's the one I'm thinking of. That I think that's their only song that's in a major key. Perhaps it'd be best to continue this talk after we've officially become co-workers. Alright. See if Ellie's up for a chat. Worried about something, maybe I can help somehow. Maybe we can continue that conversation we started. Lloyd, you dog, you. Here goes nothing. Ellie, do you have a minute? Why, is she asleep? No, I don't sense anyone inside. Ellie? Sorry, I'm coming in. Just as I thought, she's not here. Where could she have gone? Try looking around the building. Keep thinking R2 is run, but it's not, it's L2. Oh. Thing. Oh. It? Hey, Ellie. How'd you know it was me? Just a hunch. I don't know why, but I had a feeling you'd come here. Guess you were right. Breathtaking as always. Isn't that the IBC in the distance? Yes, it is. I doubt you'd find a cityscape as beautiful as Crossbells even if you scoured the entire continent. But the more the lights of the city shine, the more the stars seem to dim. Purity of starlight. Symbol of Idios' love. Ellie. I was thinking over everything that happened today. Ravash, Heyu, and Dudley. What you do, you can't change Crossbell's true nature. Ravash's iron grip is here to stay. I'm merely referring to them as our fellow business competitors. Here in Crossbell, free trade is protected by law, after all. You take offense with that, officers? Charged with maintaining a certain degree of order in a city where justice is a constant uphill battle. We're expected to suppress major crimes and protect the public from criminal organizations and foreign intelligence agencies. Possibly fathom the work that goes into that? Was the darkness of this city the tragic truth about the state called Crossbell, kept alive only by the will of the Empire and the Republic, stripped of all pride and fed constant lies and deception? Drowning in false prosperity and novelties only because our captors allow it. And just surrenders to these circumstances and accepts the status quo without realizing its true cost. It's the city we live in. Maybe you're right. But you don't want to surrender just yet, do you, Ellie? Once had a mother. Oh, I suppose putting it like that makes it sound like this, as if they've passed away. Still very much alive. I mean to say is they divorced when I was little. My mother lives in the Empire now, and my father in the Republic. I had no idea. My father was born and raised in the Republic, moved to Crossbell City, met my mother, and after marrying into the McDowell family, he strove to become a politician. Immediately after he joined the Diet, he recognized Crossbell's ugly, distorted reality. Someone with a strong sense of justice, he made it his duty to mend this broken city. Year after year, he drafted reform bills, all in the hopes of bringing change to the state. It's amazing. No, yet none of his bills were ever passed. Imperial and Republican factions both shunned him, ridiculed him. By one, his allies betrayed him, friends left him, and he became the laughingstock of the political world. Not even my grandfather, as well respected as he is for being neutral, was able to mend his career. Crossbell brought my father to utter despair. And one day he quit. As a Diet member, as a husband, and as my father. Decided to leave everything behind for Calvert. They couldn't stop him. At the same time, she couldn't uproot me, still a small child, to follow him all the way there. Eventually they settled on a divorce and my father was gone for good. It always seemed like Mother hated him for what he did, but I got the impression that underneath it all she still loved him. It soon became apparent that living in Crossbell, the state that robbed her of her love, would be much to bear. My mother left to go live with the relatives in Arabonia, then that I was taken in by my grandfather, who raised me into the person I am today. That was the reason I was drawn to following him down the path of politics. It wasn't due to any desire to avenge my father or anything like that. I just didn't understand it. How could a family so happy and loving end up falling apart so completely? After I made my decision, Grandfather began to help me. I studied abroad all over the continent, focusing on politics and economics. The more I studied, the more I realized how complicated of a quagmire Crossbell's situation truly was. Up between the Empire and the Republic, justice, our interests are pulled apart by the gravity of their immense power, tangled with their own and distorted beyond all recognition. As there, I hit a wall, insurmountable barrier in my way. Barrier. The same one my father faced. One I'm sure my grandfather faces as well. Know who represents the government of Crossbell State, Lloyd? Isn't it Mayor McDowell? Well, yes, but he's not the only one. Actually, both the Crossbell City Mayor and the Speaker of the Diet. Grandfather and the Imperial faction's Speaker Hartman jointly represent our government. That's how we operate, according to state law. Sounds like I should have studied a bit more. Wait, why did Crossbell adopt such a divided system in the first place? It's obvious, isn't it? Two representatives from opposite factions have equal authority. They can hinder things for each other, making political reform nearly impossible. No way. But now that you mention it, it does make sense. Two people on top, one side can easily sabotage the other if they try to push some sort of reform through. The fact that this happens is a tragic inevitability given Crossbell's founding. 70 years ago, Crossbell State was born from a mutual agreement between Erebonia and Calvert. In fact, the state's founders were themselves imperial and republican lawyers. Seeing the current state of Crossbell, I can't help but think of it as a curse. Is it a loss? If I were to continue into the world of politics, that same curse would grab me by the neck and drag me under, just like my father. That's why I decided on a new approach, when my family hadn't yet tried. That was the CPD? Yes. There I told myself I could see Crossbell's twisted reality firsthand, without looking through the muddied lens of politics. I convinced myself that the experiences I gained here would one day be my secret weapon when I'd finally joined Crossbell's political world. Reform that my father failed to achieve and grandfather is unable to pursue. I thought this new perspective would be the key to finally making it a reality. Maybe. But perhaps I was just lying to myself. Perhaps I was just running away. Everything that happened today, I knew it was likely I'd encounter these issues. But still, the reality of things was even colder and crueler than I'd imagined. Confronted with it, was at a loss. Maybe I'm incapable of doing anything on my own after all. Maybe I'm just a broken little girl abandoned by her mother and father. So what? Huh? Try way too hard to be perfect, Ellie. Can't afford to fail. I need to take care of everything myself. Shoulder every responsibility. That's the way you've been thinking, isn't it? But that's not... Today was probably our roughest day yet. Being ridiculed, having to hear that all of our efforts are in vain. But think about it. Aren't those the things we signed up for when we joined the SSS? Remember, Ellie, there may be barriers we can't get over today, but that doesn't mean we won't be able to get over them tomorrow. Right now, the barrier that stands before us is the threat letter case. Even though the 1st Division has taken it over, I say we continue investigating independently from them. What? Oh yeah, you did mention that. Barrier, that's his word of the day, word of the game. But is there anything else we can do at this point? Sure, 1st Division may be great at what they do. Even so, it's obvious that they're stuck in a cop's mindset, only adhering to traditional logic. Maybe a new perspective is exactly what's needed to crack this case. At least that's how I feel about things. Lloyd. Looks like you joined the CPD to get a new perspective on Crossbell, right? If somehow able to solve this case, then sure, that means your goal isn't out of reach either. Of course, I shouldn't really compare our investigation to Crossbell's underlying issues. What we need right now is the experience of overcoming these kinds of obstacles. We keep clearing the small barriers one by one. Someday we'll have the power to get over the big ones, too. These 2 months we've been together, I've come to realize something. You have your own troubles you're working to overcome, don't you? So, how are you able to stay so optimistic? Well, let's see. Maybe it's because I have someone I'm trying to catch up to. Though that in itself may be a problem. I think I understand, but I'm not as strong as you are. I'm so tired of it all. I didn't come up here with the intention of talking so much about my past, but I just couldn't keep it bottled up anymore. At this rate, I'm only gonna drag the team down. If that's the case, I should probably... Ellie? I need you, Ellie. Profound knowledge, your negotiation skills, your sharpshooting, your sense of justice. We're gonna stand up to this city. We're gonna need to. But... that's... I don't know why something just suddenly got stuck in my throat there. That's not it, though. Well, all of that's true. My point is this. I'd be happy if you decided to stay by my side, Ellie. What? We were a bit of a mess at the start, but I feel like we've really started to become a team over these past 2 months. And when we're bombarded with the stress of daily life, we make time for the small things, like deciding whose turn it is to cook. We've all come to trust in everyone's individual strengths. Not every day you find teammates like that. Well, we may still be rookies, sure. Too early for us to be able to tackle every problem by ourselves, but also too early for us to give in despair and give up trying to fix things. We'll tackle each day head on, whatever we can, do whatever we can, and keep relentlessly confronting the status quo. And if that somehow fails, we'll just come up with a new plan. Together. You, me, Randy, and Tio. Despite the way he acts, the Chief is always doing everything he can to support us from the side. Heck, even Zeit has our backs now. So don't forget, Ellie. You're not alone. You're not FF9 reference? Hold up. Absolutely right. Not alone. How could I have forgotten something so important? Thank you, Lloyd. Though it won't be easy to solve all my problems, I do feel a little better now. Glad to hear it. Still, apart from the lines that sounded like they came out of a teen drama, I was a bit surprised. I'm painfully aware of how cheesy they were, okay? What do you mean by surprised, Ellie? Because, well, talking about how I'm needed and telling me that you want me by your side? That you're confessing your love to me. Confessing? Wait, that's not what I meant at all. Snatch and defeat from the jaws of victory, Lloyd. Oh? Are you saying I'm not good enough, then? You know that's not it. Come on, you're just teasing me now, aren't you? Just a little payback. But you really should be more careful, Lloyd. You might not realize you're doing it. You really have the potential to be a serious womanizer. Hey, hold on a second. I understand if you're talking about Randy, but I mean, the fact that you don't even know you're doing it makes it all the worse. Good grief, Lloyd. Just hearing those words start beating. I don't know that's the word made my heart start beating so fast. I don't know that's the right word there. Fucking Lloyd. What was that? Nothing. Anyway, sorry I wasn't there when you reported to the Chief. You guys come up with a plan for how to continue our investigation? No, not yet. Right now, the case hinges on figuring out what Yin hopes to accomplish. Tomorrow we can ask around and see if we can find some sort of lead. Sounds good. Steve, I have a feeling that I'll be sleeping soundly tonight. How about we hold a meeting tomorrow morning after we get some much-needed rest? Sounds like a plan. You mean Lloyd and Ellie learned an attack? By spending 100 CP each, a powerful combination attack can be unleashed. Yeah, I noticed a few typos. I think it was in SC. I don't think it was third. Maybe it was both. But yeah, I've noticed a few typos in the series. That concludes this week's report. Warhounds they've trained may prove troublesome. Master Yin were available, he would easily compensate for our lack of force. Very well. We shall continue with all our current operating protocols within the city. In addition, recall half of our personnel currently dispatched to Altair. Altair? I'm assuming it's Altair. I think that's how the Altair Assassin's Creed? Is that how his name was spelt? Oh, the I was funky. Assassin's Creed, okay. It's probably Altair. Understood. I shall take my leave, Master Cow. Have a pleasant evening. Yes, yes to you as well. How troublesome. I'd rather not have to request the Elder's assistance. Much help would come with a heavy debt. If only Master Yin were more cooperative, our plans would be proceeding splendidly. Worry not. I plan to uphold my end of the... It shouldn't surprise me that you were eavesdropping. Hear me. I fear I may have made a few slips of the tongue. We both know you said exactly as much as you wanted me. Just as cunning as ever. Me? Oh goodness, no. I'm not a match for you. So, to what do I owe this visit? You perhaps in the mood to cull some warhounds for us? Subordinates are more than capable enough to handle that matter. My role is to take care of Ravash's main force, beginning with that man, Garcia. That was what you hired me for, was it not? Oh dear, you truly are no fun. No, I saw them... This is the first time I've seen Yin, but we saw Cow earlier. Like an hour ago. Come to my attention that you've become entangled with Arc-en-Ciel for some odd reason. Now, if you know, the CPD is quite good at their job, so don't do anything that will bring us trouble. Do I make myself clear? No need to worry. More importantly, what is your impression of the Special Support Section? You mean entangled? Oh, so that's what you've come here for. Yeah. Yeah, you go to Ravash, Grimwood, and then Heyu. Let's see, they are an intriguing combination of young people. Their leader, Lloyd, most of all, is perfectly aware of his weakness, yet he continues to push forward with determination. He seems to have a strong intuition as well. To be honest, I quite like people like him. Not asking about your tastes, but the other members. Again, each of them proves to be quite intriguing in their own way. Mayor McDowell's granddaughter possesses a keen sense of diplomacy and operates as the team's administrator. As for the girl from the Epstein Foundation, while her orbital staff itself is fascinating, I suspect she has some special qualities of her own. Lastly, we have our red-headed fellow. He has a certain air about him, one not dissimilar to our own. Intriguing indeed. I must ask, why have you taken such great interest in them? I simply wish to put them to a little test. I was curious to find out if they are worthy of taking on a request from Yin. Isn't it a bit ridiculous? Despite all the work we put in, we had no choice but to hand the case over to the First Division. If Rixia hadn't asked us in the first place, everything we uncovered would have stayed hidden. Yeah, you're right. If only there was some kind of diversion that would allow us to continue investigating. Let's think for a minute. Who would know about Yin in the first place? Well, obviously Heyu, considering that's his current employer. And there's their rival Ravash in the First Division who's tracking Heyu's movements according to Dudley. There we can assume that Speaker Hartman, who's closely tied to Ravash, knows about him as well. It's the man you mentioned yesterday, right, Ellie? Yes, he's a career politician who more or less rules over the Diet, serving as leader of the Imperial faction. Honestly, it wouldn't be far-fetched to say that he's Ravash's greatest supporter. Incidentally, almost all of Grandfather's reform bills were crushed by this man. I always heard his name, but I never knew just how much power he had. If he's tied to Ravash, though, then Yin would be a threat to him as well, I imagine. Yes, which means they wouldn't have much of a connection. Theo? Randy? You look completely bewildered. There's something we're missing? No, it's just... you seem to be in a much better mood today, Ellie. Yes, so? Sorry about yesterday, everyone. Wasn't acting like myself. But I'm fine now. I don't intend to be a burden to the team anymore. You've never been a burden to us, Ellie. Quite the opposite, actually. You help us out all the time. I mean, look at us now. Thanks to your political knowledge, we're making progress by leaps and bounds. Oh? Do you really think so? Something smells fishy. Great, something is off. Very off. Wait a minute, you two. You know, now that I think about it, I swear I heard a pair of voices chattering away on the roof from my window. I wonder. Congratulations, Lloyd and Ellie. It's the best for you two. Hold on, we didn't do anything that deserves a congratulations, right, Ellie? Yes, I mean, no. We're just talking about life and other things of that nature. Life, eh? Yeah, I can talk life with the ladies now and again. Tell me, how far'd you two go? Randy! Please, Tio's sitting right there. Where did you go? Randy referring to the intimacy people engage in while in romantic relationships. Tio? Nope, not at all. Lloyd and Ellie. Sitting in a tree. That's enough for today. Yes, ma'am. Sheesh. Me and Ellie together, romantically? You guys know that wouldn't happen. Lloyd! What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Well, I said it before, snatching defeat from the jaws of victory, and then we somehow managed to almost get back in there, and then you did it again. Huh? I mean, I don't think we're all that compatible, and I can't really imagine our relationship going that way. That's my goat. You could have just not spoken. You had to choose these words to leave your mouth. You could have just... Fucking Lloyd. Right, Ellie? What's the matter? You idiots. Stepped right on a land. Oh yes, you are so right. All I did was ask you for some advice on a very unimportant subject, that's all. And there most definitely wasn't any sort of romantic atmosphere like you oh so graciously pointed out. Alright then. You know, by incompatible, I only meant that we don't exactly make a good match. Wait! Stop talking! Sorry. Well, either way, glad to see you got some more fire in you today, Mademoiselle. Like, at any point, he could have just stopped. He's just actively choosing to make it worse for himself every single step of the way. It's just... Sometimes you just gotta shut the fuck up. Setting up his own barriers. Huh. Well, we'll see if he overcomes them in the next game in 80%, 75%, I don't know. Yes, thank goodness. I'm not sure whether or not you were going to stay with the CPD. Sorry, I never meant to make you all worry. don't know where the future will take me. Right now, I know this is where I'm meant to be. So, everyone, happy that I get to keep working with you. Ellie. So am I, Ellie. Huh, damn straight. Besides, doubt we'd get much done around here without you to keep us in line. Wouldn't have to be so stern all the time if you didn't try to wander off to the casino every other day, Randy. Well, that's enough of that. What should we do about the investigation from here on out? Good question. Always attempt to corner Yin with a different approach than the one the First Division is using. For that, unfortunately, does not do much to narrow our options down. In that case, I've got an idea. How about we have ourselves a trip to Calvard's eastern quarter? I would find a few clues about Yin there. Oh, huh. Why didn't I think of that? The department even authorized a business trip to a foreign country? Isn't, like, the eastern part of Calvard, like, really far away? Isn't Calvard huge? Eastern quarter is far outside of our jurisdiction, after all. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yo? What are you doing? Contemplating looking into the police database a bit more. Perhaps I'll be able to learn about the First Division's movements and so on. However, I already searched it last night, so there may not be much in the way of new information. Let's try it anyway. Sitting around here doing nothing. Ah. Wrong. Strange. Seems as though we've received an orb mail. That again? Are they essentially letters that can be sent from terminal to terminal? Precisely. The peculiar thing is, despite being extremely useful, almost no one in the CPD uses the functionality. It's likely because not many officers are trained to use keyboards. I'm one of them, unfortunately. Oh, who's it from? Let me check. What? What is it? Who would send us... I, Yin, hereby submit my support request. Look on this trial and face me. Only then will I grant you your mission. So that's what Yin was talking about last night. It's him. Is this some kind of joke? Yo, where was the mail sent from? Definitely not the police department. Right. Sent from the International Bank of Crossbow, otherwise known as the IBC. What does this mean? The IBC is that bank that rakes in mirror from all over Zemuria, right? Why the hell would a place like that be sending us a prank mail? What do you assume I would know? I can say, however, that this mail was definitely sent from an IBC terminal. I have no way of knowing who sent it, though. Possible that Yin has infiltrated the IBC? It's not out of the question. The IBC building is home to quite a few external companies and organizations. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's an Epstein Foundation office, too. That's correct. An acquaintance of mine works there. Or I should have been more clear. The orbital mail was sent directly from the IBC's main terminal. Because of that, I think the possibility of an external company being involved is low. Well, we won't know until we ask them. I wanted our investigation to fly under the First Division's radar, but we really don't have any other choice. Yeah, going undercover this time might be a little tricky. Should we hurry up and check it out before they get in our way again? Actually, we may be able to perform our search in secret after all. Really? How exactly? My best friend's father works at the IBC. If we explain the situation to him, he might be able to give us a hand. Think so? Hey, ain't that convenient? Oh well, Mademoiselle. You got more connections than you know what to do with, don't you? I have a decent amount. Fortunately, I have no way of knowing whether or not he's even in Crossbell City, given how hectic his schedule is. What sort of position does he hold there? You may have heard of him, actually. His name is Dieter Croy. What? Ah. What? He famous or something? I'll say. Honestly, you can make the argument that he's just as well known as Ilya. Peter. Dieter Cross. Butcher it as horribly as I can. Peter Qua? I don't know why I said Croy the first time. New pronunciation every time. He's one of the continent's most wealthy individuals and a leading figure in the Zamurian economy, as well as the current CEO of the International Bank of Crossbow. He's the top dog of the whole freaking bank? He was originally an old friend of my father's. He's also kept a friendly relationship with my grandfather. Because of that, I've known him a good portion of my life. His daughter is one of my closest childhood friends. Wow, that's amazing. Even if he is the CEO, we won't be able to do much if he's not there. Right. I heard he spends almost half the year abroad on business trips. Nevertheless, there's no harm in trying, is there? And if he isn't in town, my friend might be. She may even be able to help us. Let's do it then. Getting somewhere with this investigation now, at least, but... worried about the intentions behind the orb mail? Similarly to the threat letter, but his reason for sending it remains unclear. Well, he went out of his way to send us a challenge. It'd be rude of us not to take the bait, you know? Agreed. Shall we head to the IBC then? Get new support requests? We do! Alright, I'm gonna be right back. I need to floss because I've discovered that I have a carrot stuck between my teeth. Be right back. I have a unique problem where I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but I never had a permanent tooth grow in back here, so eventually the roots to the baby tooth broke. And so that tooth had to be removed, which was a whole process in and of itself because it was smaller than the permanent teeth that came in next to it, so they had like grown over top of it. So they had to saw that tooth in half in order to rip it out in pieces, but anyways, because of it, the two teeth that are still there behind it, they're slowly starting to separate a tiny bit. And they're at the point now where they've separated enough to where there's just like the gap is just large enough to constantly have food stuck in there. So lesson learned is just don't ever permanently lose a tooth or not have a permanent tooth. That's the real lesson. Have all your teeth. Yeah, get better birth RNG. Don't eat anything. That's also a possibility. Yeah, it was really weird. I don't even think... It was like... I don't know, I was in like grade 6, maybe? No, was it that early? I don't know, somewhere between like 6 and 9, we'll say. When they looked at the x-rays, or when the dentist looked at the x-rays and told me, like, you don't actually have a permanent tooth growing in here. And it hasn't been so bad until, like, I would say the last year or two is when they separated enough to really just constantly let food get stuck in there. Alright, what are we doing? Fishing for ingredients. Where's the main quest taking me? That's the IBC, right. It's Long Lao, is that the restaurant where we had dinner with Grace? Lloyd, I can't even look at you. You can't be the leader of the party after the blunders that have been made within the past 10 in-game hours or so. Not you. I assume this is the Long Chao? Yeah, or Long Lao, sorry. You. Welcome to Long Lao. Shan, I presume we're here to discuss your support request. Wow, you're here already? Oh, thank goodness. Ain't she a cutie? I think fishing for ingredients was the name of your request. Work's work, but is it me or does the SSS get saddled with a lot of fetch requests? Not wrong, but it really is out of our control. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I need this done as soon as possible. We had customers suddenly come in this morning and make a reservation bigger than our stock can handle. Tried to buy some fish from the marketplace, but even they were running low on the good stuff. We're gonna need odd jobbers to tackle this one for us. Sorry, what was that now? Do not believe odd jobber is an apt description of our work. All I know is I spoke with the Bracer Guild receptionist and he told me he'd set something up for me. There aren't any bracers available, but he mentioned a group of odd jobbers that would be willing to help. Aren't you the ones he was referring to? It's that damn receptionist's fault, eh? Worst part is, he's not completely wrong. Still feels bad to hear it, though. However, Lloyd is a proficient fisherman, so I believe we are more than capable to accept her request. After all, she does appear to be in need. Yeah, I think you're right, Tio. Let's do it then. Really? That's such a relief. Fish calls for a fish something. Reservation is for 5 people, so we'll need 5 of the same type of fish. But if you're having trouble catching that specific type of fish, then I guess we could settle for something else. However, what kind of fish you end up bringing, we definitely need 5 of the same kind. Got it? I accidentally mashed through the text box. Did she say... fish that's both slender and long? Recap, you want 5 long and slender fish. I got long and slender. Not a fish. fail to catch them, then you'll settle for another fish as long as they're identical. Yeah, I think we got it. We'll fish them up and bring them to you. Thank you so much. I'm counting on you. Are you long and slender? Probably not. You long and slender. Maybe. What is... I feel like I could have been given maybe a bit more information. About salmon. Oh, turns out I also could have fished here when I needed those fish fillets from before. Trout. Why did the trout have time, Sepith? About red flies. We catch with red flies. Hazelfish, those aren't long and slender. Maybe if I use the novice rod. Armorican carp. Armorican carp. Okay, what if I use the earthworm? What are we catching here with the earthworm? None of these particularly look long and slender. That does. That is a horrifying... What the hell is that? Of course, it's a moon emote. Alright, there's 2 eels. It's an eel. Is it an eel or is it a nightmare? All eels are nightmares. Kinda right with that. I don't know if you've ever played Shadow of the Colossus. think it was the 7th Colossus, was like a gigantic electric eel. That thing was creepy. Fighting that thing was the creepiest of the Colossi. Oh, you did. It's a really good game. Spoilers, there's one of the Colossus is electric eel-like. That is all I will say. Yeah, it is really cool. I need one more eel. We're at 4. We got 3 worms left. That's a carp. We got 2 worms left. Can I buy worms? Or is this like Sky where I needed to kill enemies for fishing baits? Okay, we got a 5th eel. I assume that's got to be the long and slender fish that she's looking for. That's not the... Oh, which store? Not you. Drop. Buy. Buy some crossbell times. A vase. Decoration for Ellie's room? No, we could decorate our rooms? Can I get decorations for other people's rooms? So why is Ellie the only one that gets to accessorize? Oh, those are shoes. It doesn't look like I can buy fishing baits. Agreed. It's up there with Rabinaster for me. Eel. Oh, these are the long and slender ones we need. These would go great with a rice dish. Wow, you even brought me 5 of them. Really okay for me to have these? Thank you. Now we've got enough ingredients to last the night. We're able to bring our usual fish, so I'm sure our customers will be delighted. You just ordered Shadow of the Colossus? Hell yeah. Let me know if you plan on streaming it. I'd definitely love to see that. I'll give you these as a thank you. Actually, there's a recipe I want to give you. Are you interested? This is the secret recipe to our delicious fried rice. We plan to make this alongside the fish tonight. You guys use it too. Thank you. We'll gladly accept it. Good luck with tonight. We're rooting for you. Yep. Thanks for your help, odd jobbers. I'm able to clear up the misunderstanding by the looks of it. Alright, 1 of 4 done. Trinity in the downtown district. Trinity, is that Wade or Wazy? Wazy, Wazy. Yeah, that could be a good Saturday game. If you're looking to take a break from 9 speedruns. Zelda Oracle games, man. I would love to play the Oracle games. I just want them to not be on the Game Boy. think that's Wazy, right? What is it? Yours is like Ignite? Ignis, yeah. Trinity. That's how we menu. In combat. Am I talking to you? Crap, it's morning. You. Oh, you're here. You requested we come, didn't you? Sounds like you want us to train the Testaments. It's a bit of a risky request, don't you think? Makes you so sure that we train a bunch of delinquents anyway. Not only that, but I was expecting to see Wazy's name on the request. Was this all your idea? I believe you've misunderstood the request. Give me a moment, I'll explain the details. Not particularly complicated. I'd like to request a lesson in the art of self-defense for our members. What? I'm gonna be taught self-defense. The hell? Plan on using our teachings in your brawls? Again, please do not misunderstand the request. Let us suppose the Mafia assaults us. Say the Mafia, are you referring to Ravash or Heiyu? It's all related to the increased tensions between them? We've noticed them getting into more fights lately. Heard they've even engaged in some gunfights. Hopefully it doesn't seem to be frequent. Precisely. Downtown district also happens to be in the line of fire at times. There's a warehouse district nearby filled with abandoned buildings and empty plots of land that they're frequently used for their skirmishes. I'm not pleased with the situation we've been placed in. It's fueling your desire to learn self-defense. It only makes sense to be cautious, given that one of your members was so badly injured in the past. All makes sense then. Glad you catch on quickly. Wazy is typically tasked with giving our members lessons in combat. However, his fighting style is too unique. It requires a flexible body and a strong affinity for it. Hence why we've come to you, Lloyd Bannings. The abilities you've displayed boast defensive prowess while being simple enough to learn. May I humbly request that you once again show our members your skills in a real test of combat. Naturally, I don't expect them to master it in a day. However, having first-hand experience would be good incentive to try picking it up. Glad that the request doesn't have any nefarious intentions. Take no issues in accepting their request. Your thoughts, Lloyd? Lesson in self-defense? Wouldn't necessarily call what I do self-defense, rather the restraint techniques taught at the police academy. That's still fine with you? This is merely for training purposes. I also have no objections towards you bringing your comrades along to battle. Now we've heard your circumstances, we have no reason to refuse your request. With that, this is a good opportunity for me to brush up on my skills. Figures you'd say that. May have some trouble taking them on all at once, Lloyd. Don't forget you got us to take some of the heat off you. For sure. I'll be counting on you guys to back me up. It's settled then. Everyone, assemble. What are you sending me, Tipic? What trails memes are you sending me? Testaments will now engage in a series of practice fights with the SSS. Oh, this is Fire Emblem. Yes, sir. Objective is a 4-on-4 battle. Testaments will fight the special support section with all their might. Right. See those self-defense techniques you cops are so proud of. Turn will show you the full power of the Testaments. If you don't take this seriously, you'll get beaten to a pulp. Prepare yourselves. Ha! You guys got spunk, I'll give you that. Put our skills to the test to see how well we can control the tide of battle. Better not hold back, or it could hardly be called training. Let's give them everything we've got. Right. Roger. Very well then, let the battle begin. Don't get too cocky and you're out creamed. Phew, I think this is enough. Is everyone okay? You got us good. Certainly a force to be reckoned with. We couldn't take you down with a relentless assault like that. Well, thanks to the techniques we learned to restrain a target. I don't know, Lloyd, I don't know that we used any of those. Just in training with the local gangs. Lloyd, I don't think we used any of those. I think we caused a couple of earthquakes, summoned a magma storm. Difficult to master, but can prove very effective on small groups once you get the hang of them. And we kind of just gave them a concussion. Caused a couple natural disasters in the process. Detective has to not only protect himself, but also those around him. Undergo extensive training to stay calm, no matter the level of stress. You'd all do well to train how to protect yourselves, too. I suppose you cops aren't all talk. That'd be a lesson learned for us. They have been defeated this time, but I feel like we can take them on next time. All took was a bit of roughhousing to get them to cozy up to us. Could have maybe gone a bit easier on them. Well, it'll be a good learning experience for them. Not suspect there will be any problems based on their demeanor. Bullshit. Huh? The Saber Vipers. They come in. What's up with you guys? What kind of cops break out into a fight in the middle of the downtown district? Those blue bastards look like they got their asses handed to them. What did you say? You're the last people I want to hear that. You want a piece of us? We'll take you on, right here, right now. Yeah, cool. There's something I want to get straight first. The hell is the meaning of all this? You called us out here for a fight, didn't you? You wanted to take us 4 against 4 without our leaders getting involved. At least you're holier-than-thou shtick, but now you're fooling around with the damn cops? You've arrived at just the right time. Let us begin the duel between the SSS and the Saber Vipers. Huh? Wait, what? What the hell do you mean by that? Use this opportunity to learn some much-needed self-defense techniques. You need the training to protect yourself against the Mafia. Better way to learn is there than to fight. So what you're saying is the cops are out here to train us? Get a load of this guy. He's out of his damn mind. How are they gonna train us? Must be tripping. There's nothing a bunch of useless cops can teach us. Taking lessons from the stupid shithead squad? Nice joke. Let us show them that the Vipers can wipe the floor with some no-good pigs. Let's kick their asses. I'm gonna beat them into the ground. Hold on, this isn't what we had planned. Actually, forget it. They're not gonna listen to us. You're sure fighting them back-to-back is a good idea? You got a plan? Not much we can do other than fight. Ellie, Tio, you gonna be alright? Yes, I'll manage. Seconded. All out if we must. I think we'll have to if we want to come out on top, so don't hold anything back. Take your places. Special sports section, Saber Vipers, let the battle commence. Alright, stupid shithead squad reporting for duty. Well, minus strength. That's good that I don't plan on using any strength. Wait, that's up strength. Up strength minus defense. Okay. Unfortunately, Ellie doesn't have any AoE crafts. I need to heal. No. Hit 2 of them. I did not think that's where Lloyd was going to stand, but I guess it doesn't matter in the end. I think we just mash... I think we just mash B, which is technically mashing X, which is technically mashing A, and we win. There we go. Phew, made it by the skin of our teeth. Shit. Damn cops. You kidding me? How the hell did we lose to them? No better than those blue bastards. Huh, I don't believe this. Also, there we go again, more with the bastards. You were saying you feel like it's an uncommon insult these days. Telling me that we're just as weak as those hooded freaks? That's what you're concerned about? Really are sworn rivals. Let me state one thing. Testaments will never falter to the likes of those saber viper scum. Imbeciles lack the mental capacity to outwit us. Who said it? They can't hope to compete with us. The hell was that? You're asking for an ass kicking. Everyone, calm down. All far too quick to anger. It seems like you all still have plenty enough energy to spare. Let us engage in combat one final time. Huh? Another battle? The rules are simple. Whoever is able to bring the police officers to their knees first will be deemed victorious. These terms agreeable for everyone. This is ridiculous. Why do you keep dragging us further into this? Is it not obvious? The only way to truly take this seriously is if you feel your life is on the line. Let's get him. Better not hold us back. It's on. We'll take them down. It isn't looking good. I don't think we can take them all on like this. We ain't going down without a fight. All right, let the battle commence. Well, I have a slight issue. That's that Ellie has no EP. Now it's calling the dog. All right, good counter, good counter. That one hits most of it. Yeah, this sure was a formidable enemy. Wait, this is Lloyd. I thought this was Tio. Nice crit. Now we just button mash to win. Randy does enough damage. Ellie leveled. Everyone leveled. Oh, I guess Ellie and Randy are on the exact same XP. It's over. We are victorious. It was intense. Can't believe they took all of us on at the same time. Damn it, how'd they beat us? Understand now? Relying on brute force alone isn't enough to carry you through a fight. You possess a strong offense, but your defense is far too lacking. To put it in simpler terms, you're all inexperienced. What? Why is this dude lecturing us all of a sudden? It's the hell out of me. You guys are plenty strong. I wouldn't mind teaching you the basics. What do you say? Would you like to learn some of our defense tactics? Hell nah, I ain't getting taught by no stinking pigs. We're leaving, boys. Yeah. That dude always sounds like he's full of it. I don't get him. Huh, like I'd ever listen to him. As dim-witted as ever. I doubt they'd grasp those techniques even if they tried their whole lives. Yeah, I hear ya. Completely tossed aside a valuable learning experience. Well, I'm just glad you guys got something out of it. That makes what we did here worth it. Agreed, though I must admit I'm pretty exhausted. We'll be taking our leave, if you'll excuse us then. If you'd like to take a rest, our bar is open to you. Hope that exercise served as adequate training for you as well. Huh? Wait, what? Battle is over. Let us withdraw. Yes, sir. Well, we did gain a level out of that. Just planned this all from the start, didn't he? He managed to get the Saber Vipers to play along. It certainly seems that way. He managed to play us like a fiddle, eh? Screw that guy. Indeed, utterly exhausted. But the delinquents may straighten their attitude as a result of his speech. Right, we managed to accomplish our goal, too. I think it's safe to say we've wrapped up everything we need to do. Let's head out. Ready when you are. That his bar is open to us. Where do I rest? Maybe I don't. Well, let's run back. Oh, we just got full healed. Never mind. Oh, we leveled. Right, that makes sense. St. Ursula's Medical... East Cross Bell Highway. So those are in opposite directions. St. Ursula's Hospital. That's not the bus. Yes, this is the bus. No. This is the bus. The hospital is to the south. Well, this technically gets me where I need to go in a not efficient at all way, but it gets me where I need to go. St. Ursula Medical College. Where are we going? First floor internal medicine office. Medical office. You. Is you. Trust them to come all this way for a request like that. Perhaps I should have asked the Bracer Guild after all. Either way, I don't particularly want to empty my wallet for such a simple errand. Get a word in edgewise. Excuse me, sir, we're from the Crossbell Police Department, Special Support Section. Oh, you came. I've been waiting for you. Come now, take a seat. Thanks, but we're alright. Standing's just fine. Do you mind explaining the details of your support request, Doctor? Ah, yes, of course. My request is simple, really. I need you to retrieve a certain herb that we use in our internal medicine lab. Called lupinous grass. Sadly, it's become something of a rarity these days. Lupinous is in the Lupinous River, which flows through Crossbell City's harbor? Could be. So you want us to find the grass ourselves and bring it back here? No, not exactly. All I need is for you to obtain some from the Crossbell Cathedral. They should have a small reserve supply of the herb. Archbishop Aralda has already agreed to my request, so I'd like for you to go there as my representative and pick it up. I'd go myself normally, but I'm a bit preoccupied at the moment. I think we can oblige Dr. Lago. You said that Archbishop Aralda of the Crossbell Cathedral? That's him. Thanks for the help. Once you get the lupinous grass, please bring it back here straight away. Now, where was the Crossbell Cathedral? I vaguely recall encountering it. I think it's at the west exit? I think this one's actually at the west exit. North exit. I haven't been to the west exit yet. Or maybe I did for a hunt or something. Support request, maybe there was a dangerous monster? I don't remember. The story hasn't had me go out the west exit. Which one of these did Ellie not want to go to? Is it this one? Dowell Estate. It is very easy, especially since 3 of them kind of point to the west. Also, since the city is diagonal. The game's internal compass is diagonal. Washed your jammies. This should be the Crossbell Cathedral. Yes, now where's Bishop Ursat's whatever? You. Aralda. Welcome to Crossbell Cathedral. What may I ask brings you all here today? You're Archbishop Aralda, correct? The special support section of the CPD. Hear about one of our support requests. Ah, on duty, are we? Yes, sir. We received a request from the doctor in charge of the internal medicine department at St. Ursula Hospital, Dr. Lago. I believe he contacted you about getting a sample of the lupinous grass you have here? Fortunately, he's very busy back at St. Ursula, so he asked us to retrieve the herbs in his stead. Wait a moment. Lago, you did say Dr. Lago, yes? I did indeed receive a letter from him just the other day, but this is the first I've heard of such a request. Huh? There's gotta be some mistake. Oh, there's no mistake. The reason for this is quite simple. I made it my prerogative to ignore every letter sent by this doctor of yours. What? Why? That's no business of yours. Besides, I already swore upon the goddess to uphold this solemn vow. And Lloyd, something tells me Dr. Lago didn't exactly give us all the details. So it would appear they have a rather complicated relationship. That puts us in kind of a tight spot, doesn't it? Still, accepted the doctor's request. It's our duty to follow through, no matter how difficult the Archbishop may be. Excuse me, Archbishop Aralda? What is it? We were informed by Dr. Lago that he intends to use all the herbs for internal medicine research. Considering how renowned St. Ursula is as a medical institution, I'm sure those herbs would go a long way in helping future patients. I don't intend to ask any personal questions about you and the doctor's relationship. For despite your differences, is it not at all possible for you to let Dr. Lago have some of the lupinous grass? Seems as though you four have misunderstood me. When did I say that I wouldn't hand over the herbs? Huh? You'll find the lupinous grass in my office, towards the back of the sanctuary and on the left. You tell Father Renton that you have my permission. He should supply you the grass without any problems. Now, I'd say this conversation has reached its end. Go on, get going. Thank you, sir? Well then. Huh. Took less convincing than I was expecting. Did we actually convince him to do anything in the first place? It sounded like he intended to give it to us anyway. Still confused about the whole ordeal. Me too, Tio. Me too. Not be wise to pick up the lupinous grass before he changes his mind? Definitely should. He said it was the office in the back left, right? Let's hurry over. Oh, how can I help you? This is the office of Archbishop Aralda. You can't simply barge in here. Sorry about that. We're the special support section of the CPD, you see. Ah, I see. You already have the Archbishop's approval, then that's fine. Very well. Wait just a minute, then. Here, one sample of lupinous grass. Wondered about the name lupinous is actually from an old word meaning wolf. This particular herb has a fascinating history. It's said that it was gifted to mankind by the divine wolves a long, long time ago. Once be found in abundance near Crossbell City, but all the recent development has caused it to become scarce. I think I remember my grandfather telling me the same story when I was little. Really? I never knew about it. This raises another question. If the grass is so rare, why would Archbishop Araldo just hand it over like this? Can't say I understand it either. I got the vibe that he's not the biggest fan of Dr. Lago. Admit, I'm at least a little curious about this apparent drama between them. Oh, you're talking about the bad blood between the Archbishop and Lago? It's not really a secret around here. See, before he was a doctor, Lago was originally studying to be a priest at this very cathedral. Dr. Lago wanted to work in the church? Nothing strange about the notion, actually. When it comes to internal medicine, even the most cutting-edge medical science isn't too far off from healing techniques the Septian Church will often study. This is true. The church is known for its research into medical treatments and the like. Why exactly did Dr. Lago leave to join the medical college? Supposedly, he was scouted by the hospital's director at the time. Despite learning everything he knew about general medicine from Archbishop Aralda, he also had a strong ambition to take on the challenge of modern medicine, so he ended up leaving the path of priesthood. The Archbishop tends to be a bit hard-headed, so he has trouble forgiving Dr. Lago for leaving the path of the clergy. I get that. Lago's move probably felt like a stab to the back. Oh, my headset is low battery. The fact that he allowed you to have those herbs is a prime example. In other words, though he may scowl at the mere mention of Dr. Lago, he at least still has his respect for his abilities as a physician. So from what I'm hearing, those two do not have a complicated relationship after all. They in fact have an obnoxiously complicated one. Not a bit too blunt, Tio. Either way, in the end we got what we came here for. Let's go on and deliver these to Dr. Lago before doing anything else. Well, I expected this support to be more complicated. And involve, I don't know, some sort of combat in some way. We want to go that way. Oh, back already. Did you get the lupinous grass like I asked? Yes, sir. Mind checking that everything's in order? Yes, this is just what I needed. You have my thanks. Now, well, sure the Archbishop told you some stories about me, didn't he? No, nothing in particular. Apparently he did not even open the letter you sent, Doctor. I knew it. I never received a reply, so I figured he must have never bothered to read it. So that whole thing about him agreeing to the deal was a lie. Well, it wasn't easy getting the stuff since we came with no appointment. Truly am sorry about that. It's hard to talk about these sort of things. Due to our strained relationship, I turned to the special support section in my stead, to go in my stead. That's the truth. The priest there filled us in. Despite his stubbornness, I'm almost positive that Archbishop Aralda approves of the path you chose, Dr. Lloyd. That's so. No, I've always respected him. That much has never changed. Someday, when medical care has progressed and become more accessible, I'll meet with him to apologize and thank him for all he's done. I think he would really appreciate that, sir. Anyway, you've been a great help to St. Ursula. If I need anything else, I'll give the SSS a call. Anytime, Doctor. That's 3. And the other one is a monster on the eastern path. East Cross Bell Highway. Charge attack and snort attack that can inflict burns. So it seems I'm looking at some sort of boar, maybe? Not in this map. Question is, which way is it? On the way to... It's here. That's not a boar, that's an ox. Good. Exterminate. Craft and courage. Need Randy's turn to come up. Was that the name of this song? Let's just triple burst. Did not do a lot of damage. Yeah, we're gonna arrest them. We're definitely not gonna cook them. We're having a feast tonight, boys. Fresh ox. Let's just heal Randy. Slight weak to fire. It's not what I expected when it said they were weak to, or not weak to, when they could inflict burn. We got blind on both of them. That's a yikes. You have heal, you have heal. Oh, huge double counter? One final one. Fortunately, Ellie is still knocked out. How do I combo? either character. Alright, let's see this. I didn't mean to click skip. I wanted to do the opposite. I wanted to slow down. But my brain saw the button prompt on screen and went, ooh. Was a lot of oh, burns. Oh, Randy's burned too. That's meat's back on the menu, boys. Exactly. Yeah, basically. Who fucking trained by QTEs? Terminated a wanted monster. I assume we're a screen or two away from the gate. I almost said the Hawken gate, that's not the right one. The Tangram gate. I don't even remember which one the Hawken gate was. Is that the one near Bose? I don't remember anymore. It was the one near Bose. Okay, I remembered something. Alright, back to the SSS building. Ordered to HQ. Been promoted. Is that a gladiator headband? Let's go. A bonus DP. I assume bonus DP for getting the eels and bonus DP for winning all of the training fights. We got equipment. Gladiator heaven. Gain CP faster. I want that on Randy or on like... Yeah, I probably want that on Randy. I don't have the greatest crafts available right now. I wonder if at some point I got any more U parts. For U materials, no I did not. I don't even have a damn clue where I get U materials. It says I have one. U material. I can discard it. I don't want to do that. Hold on. Can we place this decoration in Ellie's room? Exchange shop. We can upgrade our other quartz here, it looks like. No, I thought maybe the exchange shop would be where I get these U-boat materials. But... I have no idea. I have got 4 U materials earlier. Not a single clue where I got them. I really don't know why why I said U-boat materials. That was just kind of the first thing that came into my head. Maybe the guy gave me the for free U materials. Alright, well, let's head to the IBC. Kind of rare. Damn, this place never fails to impress me. Well, we've gotten 0 today in all of the 2 fights that I've done, so I'm inclined to agree. Yeah, it's enormous. I guess it's at least 10 stories high. Actually, I believe it's about 16 stories. Actually, I believe it's about 16 stories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... I don't know, Ellie. I don't think that doesn't look 16. Maybe like the main tower goes even higher. That doesn't look like 16 to me. Apparently the companies unaffiliated with the IBC are located on the 5th through 10th floors. Oh, really? Interesting. Indeed, they're a significant source of Crossbell's tax revenue. So what's the plan? We did show up without an appointment after all. Why don't we try speaking with the receptionist? She may be able to help us. Oh, Ellie? Ernest. Fancy meeting you here. I see you're with your colleagues, so I can only assume you're here for work? Yes, we are. There's something we'd like to look into. Your grandfather sent you here? Yes. I went for a consultation regarding how to manage the office's operational funds. As you know, work will become much busier next month, so I'm trying to get a head start. I see, that makes sense. Oh, by the way, Ellie, have you given some thought to what we discussed? Yes, I have. I apologize, but I'm not ready to resign from the force just yet. I still haven't truly accomplished my goal. As long as that continues to be the case, I won't ever reach my full potential. Positive I'd only be a burden to grandfather the way I am now. Could you answer this at least? Is the road you've taken the only way for you to achieve this goal of yours? Is this goal even achievable in the first place? It turns out you're just chasing a fantasy. All of your efforts would be... Randy, toss him off the bridge. I don't deny there's a chance of that. The knowledge I've gained these last 2 months has broadened my horizons more than I could have ever hoped. I feel myself growing as a person with each new obstacle we overcome. Yeah, Randy, you're not doing any of the paperwork, anything. We might even let you go to the casino if you do this for me. If I followed your advice and immediately became one of Grandfather's secretaries, I would have missed out on all of these valuable experiences. So I'll have to apologize to you once more. I'm going to continue working with the SSS as hard as I can until I've reached my full potential. Well, at the very least, you're certain about your path now. Does that mean... Yes, I won't press you any further. What a shame, just when I thought I'd be able to bring on a capable aide. Suppose I was mistaken, though, Ernest, I have one small request of you, though. I would like you to attend the Anniversary Festival's opening ceremony next month. As much as I'd love for your mother to come, well, you know that won't be happening. Your grandfather would be terribly disappointed if not even one of his family members showed up. Understood. I'll make sure to be there. Thank you for always thinking of my grandfather, Ernest. Well, I've been with your family for years after all. I even still think of myself as your teacher sometimes. He's kind of the opposite of Lloyd in that sense. Like, neither of them take hints, but they both take, like, the exact opposite. This is the least I could do. Oh, would you look at the time? I didn't mean to take you all away from your duties. You'll excuse me, everyone. And please, take good care of Ellie. Of course. get the impression he worries about you a lot, Ellie. So what was that about Ernest being your teacher? That? He tutored me when I was a child. Sadly, we haven't talked much since I left to study abroad. Assume he intends to become a politician? Correct. I think he plans to announce his candidacy for next year's Diet election. It'd be difficult for him to win, though. I don't think he plans on joining either the Imperial or Republican factions. Well, he's a little politician in the making, eh? Gotta say, though, he's pretty built for a secretary. Practice some kind of martial arts? He's an experienced fencer, if I recall correctly. I heard that he also serves his grandfather's bodyguard because of his skills. Oh, I see. That'd explain why he's in shape. Oh, well, who do we have here? Feels like it's been forever since we last met. News about last month's incident with those monsters left me speechless. Don't you worry, my friends. I know you've been busting your humps. Grace, please. Now that you mention it, someone else wrote that article, huh? Yep, unfortunately I was away from Crossbell at the time, covering a different story that needed that special Grace pizzazz. Really sad I missed out on the chance to write about you guys again, though. My favorite subjects for sure. I think that may have been better for us in the end. Yeah, getting dunked on all the time by your articles can really wear a guy down, you know? Why can't you guys feel the boundless love I have for you? I'm like a mama bird watching her chicks grow up. Putting that aside, you do have business here, right? Do I detect hints of another sensational investigation blossoming? No, not at all. It's just your imagination. I'm here to look into a few things, that's all. Well, if you say so. I'm actually pretty busy myself, so I'll leave you guys alone. For now. Catch you later, besties. That lady's always marching to the beat of her own drum. She did not hound us as much as she usually does, however. Must be exceedingly busy. Would assume so. She has a lot of ground to cover with the anniversary festival coming up. It'd be nicer if we could avoid having her write another article on us. Well, whatever. Let's head on inside. Still need to see if we can get ourselves an appointment with the CEO. Yes, let's go. Hello and welcome to the International Bank of Crossfell. Oh, Miss McDowell, it's good to see you again. So you brought your SSS companions too? Thank you for helping us test our new service the other day. Couldn't have reached its current popularity without your efforts. Really? That's good to hear. I'm glad we were able to assist you. Be sure to rely on your help again when the time comes. Anyway, how may I help you today? Well, actually, there's something I'd like to ask you, Lanfei. Would it be possible to see Mr. Qua? Oh, you're not here to see Ms. Qua? Croix... I assume is pronounced the French way? Oh, I guess the French word ends with an X, so I don't know. Right, I assume we don't have an appointment. I'm sorry, we don't have an appointment set up. Croix. I hate that. Even so, we'd still like to meet him. Is he available today? Actually, it just so happens he's in his office right now. Will all four of you be meeting with him? Yes, we'd like to ask him a few questions regarding a certain incident. Oh, really? Understood. Please wait while I notify him of your arrival. Dang. Good to Mademoiselle to have a free pass into the C-suites. She really is from a different world as the rest of us, isn't she? Yes. Understood. I'll send him in. Mr. Croy will meet with you now, Ms. McDowell. I'll issue you a key card for the elevator. His office is on the top floor. Excellent. Thank you, Lanfei. Shall we board the elevator then? Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Ellie. You really helped us out. Well, let's head up and have a nice little chat with Mr. CEO himself. Yeah, after that totally non-romantic chat that you and Lloyd had, you really pulled your weight there, Ellie. Good job. Oh, that's the Japanese VA. CEO's office is on the top floor, right? By the way, what was that card she gave you? Just an identification card. Because of all the different businesses that operate out of this building, the IBC issues cards to access the appropriate floor. So it's basically a big fancy security system then. Almost feels like they're using all the latest gadgets just because they can. Well, the IBC spearheaded the Crossbell City portion of the Orbital Network project after all. The scope of the project grew to its current size once the Crossbell and government joined. There's speculation that the IBC provides approximately 60% of the funding. I've heard the same as well. I believe the government provides 30%, while the Epstein Foundation provides the final 10%. Incredible. Didn't know they were shouldering more than half the costs. So you're telling me Crossbell's most generous man's waiting for us up top, eh? Mm-hmm. Now then, I'll use the card and it'll take us where we need to go. 16th floor. Unfortunately, the Japanese voice acting was distracting while I was reading it out loud. Wow. Oh, I had to turn it off. This view is amazing. Phew, that's a million mirror view. Probably about what it cost him, too. Visited the Epstein Foundation's office in this building, but hardly compares. The view from this floor is exceptional. Absolutely agree. The CEO's office is at the end of the hallway. It'd be rude of us to keep him waiting after he agreed to meet on such short notice. Good call. Look, we did this for Sky... Did I do it for Sky 1? I probably did most of Sky 1. That was like 2.5 years ago. We did it for Sky 2, we did it for Sky 3. I didn't talk to every single NPC in Sky 2, so we didn't find all 1.1 million words or however many. I don't know. How many words were in Sky 2 again? $716,000. Which is longer than the entire Lord of the Rings. That's the milestone that I know about. I have heard about that. Door's locked. Bell's releasing. Anything the matter, Ellie? Oh, it's nothing. His office is just down this hallway. Should go. Well, Dieter, it's Ellie. Oh, come in, come in. Thank you, sir. Ellie, it's been far too long. Close to half a year, if I remember correctly. Sounds about right, but more importantly, I'm glad to see you're doing well, Uncle Dieter. Apologies for not having scheduled a proper appointment. Come now, don't talk as though we're strangers. My little girl's best friend, and the daughter of my own good friend as well, after all. Oh yeah, sure. Might be a few days before I get around to watching it, but yeah, I'd be interested if there's a kind of documentary on how the games got localized. Nothing short of family at this point. Thank you, Uncle. Think nothing of it. Now, I've heard from my dear beloved daughter that you've joined the CPD. These be your fellow officers, then? They are indeed, all part of the Special Support Section. Nice to meet you, sir. My name is Lloyd Bannings. I'm Randy Orlando. Yo, Plato, how do you do? Nice to finally meet the three of you. I've read all about you in the Crossbell Times. I'm Dieter Croy, CEO of the International Bank of Crossbell. Lloyd, Randy, and Tio, you said? We're all friends here, so don't feel like you need to call me Mr. Croy or anything. Just Dieter, anything like that. Just Dieter is fine. Okay. His teeth gleaming just now? So shiny, I can smell the mint all the way over here. Anyway, shall we get down to business? I believe you're here to ask me a few questions. How'd I ask what they concern? Right, the thing is, we're trying to uncover the truth behind our current investigation. As of now, I think I understand your predicament. The Yin fellow sent you an orb mail from the IBC to your office, did he? Correct. I suspect it was sent from the IBC's main terminal. There's a strong possibility Yin took control of the terminal in order to do just that. I see. To be perfectly honest, I have the utmost confidence in our building's security. Even more so when it comes to the floor the main terminal is on. Only a few authorized individuals can access it as is. Furthermore, you must have the proper authentication to operate the terminal. I know this may be rude of me to ask, but have any employees with the proper clearance been acting suspiciously recently? Perhaps a recent hire or somebody who's been acting under the ordinary? Not that I can think of. I have the utmost trust in every single one of the employees with access. That brings me to another thought, Lloyd. Have you explored any other possibilities? Huh? For example, what if I was pretending to be this Yin character and I sent you the message? What? You're joking, right? Uncle? Calm down, everyone. It's purely hypothetical, of course. Could you imagine the headlines if I had revealed that I was in fact a legendary assassin? This goes without saying, but reality's hardly ever that outlandish. Right, of course. Well, I would appreciate it if you didn't scare us like that, even hypothetically. He's quite the practical joker. I apologize for the fright. However, I would give things a second glance if I were you. One of my employees was truly responsible for sending you the orb mail. That only a limited amount of people have access to the terminal. Wouldn't it implicate them? I suppose so. It's true. We might need to consider the possibility our suspect's not with the IBC. Theo, transmission between the IBC and SSS terminals. Would it be possible to mask the location it was sent from? Interesting question. It is possible that the IBC's main terminal was hacked from an external source. Hacked? What does that mean? I don't fully understand it myself. I believe it's a technique used for the unauthorized operation of a terminal, primarily by breaching one's security system. That is essentially correct. The terminal connected to the orbital network can theoretically be accessed by another terminal. You need to be unbelievably talented and familiar with the technology. People capable of accessing terminals through such means are known as hackers. The orbital network is still in its testing phase. There are a limited number of places that have access to terminals. Despite these limitations, we have already begun to encounter security issues. Interesting. So you're telling me, not only is this Yin guy some crazy assassin, but he's also one of those hackers? I don't think we should jump to conclusions. We should consider the possibility that the orb mail was sent from elsewhere. Well, I truly hope the situation is resolved without me having to doubt my loyal employees. More importantly, this is a serious problem if the main terminal has been hacked. I have an idea. Would you like to enter the terminal room and investigate it for yourselves? Seriously? Are you sure that's okay? Of course, you may be able to find evidence of hacking if you examine the terminal itself. I'll have the staff down there assist you in case you have any questions. That would be incredibly helpful, sir. Thank you, Uncle. We really appreciate it. My pleasure. Besides, as CEO, this is an issue I can't afford to overlook. And I must say, Ellie, I get the impression your days have been quite fulfilling as of late. Pardon? I had my reservations when I first heard that you decided to join the CPD. But it does seem like a job that will net you some very valuable real-world experience. So please, allow me to aid you in any way I can. Well, Dieter, reassuring to hear that from you. I'm glad. Oh, one more thing. Speaking with the four of you face to face, I see even more potential than I did reading the articles about you. I'm sure you may have realized this already, but Crossbell is plagued with a rather unique set of problems. And I'm sure Ellie is painfully aware of this as well. I believe the most significant problem we face as a society is that justice has lost all substance. It's become a shadow of its former self. What do you mean, sir? Can you elaborate, please? The idea, the very concept of justice has become nothing more than an empty vessel, lip service, if you will. Everyone has their own perspective, of course. Some even scoff at the mere mention of it, claiming there is no such thing as justice. Whatever their opinions, however, one truth remains. Humankind are creatures that will, to our dying breath, chase after the ideal of justice. But why that? Justice is the foundation of society, something that people can believe in. Criminals were not bound by that justice we call law. People would isolate themselves in the safety of their own homes, never to venture out into what they see as a dangerous world. If that were the case, any hope of a functioning society would disappear. Justice has become somewhat ambiguous in Crossbell. We still manage to live our lives. Maybe so. Political corruption, the criminal underworld. Even if the police cannot tame them, the economic prosperity we currently experience allows our citizenry to live their lives in relative comfort. Petty crime is at an all-time low because of it, but an unseen evil still spreads across our land. Sensing it, we seek justice. From the very core of their being, they silently cry out for it. Because no matter what shape or form justice takes, people will always pursue it, just as they pursue the security that comes with society itself. That is precisely why Crossbell's bracers experience the popularity they do. Oh, safety of civilians above all else. They certainly do seem to be allies of justice. Ain't that the truth? I've already gotten the feeling Crossbell's worship the guild way more than any other country does. Yes, it certainly does make sense. The extent to which bracers can exercise justice is severely limited, however. As they are, it is simply impossible for them to resolve the injustices of this city, or bandage at best. That is why I expect great things from you. You may be the lasting cure Crossbell needs. What? So you're telling us that we need to start taking down the bad guys in place of the bracers, then? Ha! Oh, were it only that simple. No, that's not what I intend for you. It's clear to me that you four are pursuing justice in your own way. I think it's important you demonstrate that to the people so they can see it for themselves. Oh. Justice still lives on in Crossbell. Want us to give people a reason to believe that. Exactly. For that reason, every article that the Crossbell Times publishes on the special support section is vital to your success. You may still be young and inexperienced, and you may make mistakes from time to time, but I believe everyone will notice your earnest pursuit of justice. There'll be some who don't take you seriously, yes. However, I sincerely doubt there will be many among Crossbell citizens who will oppose your work. fact, I think quite a few people have already begun to place their hopes in the SSS, even if they may not show it quite yet. Look at me, delivering a passionate speech in the heat of the moment. Let's return to the issue at hand, shall we? I believe I was about to give you permission to go and inspect the terminal room. Ah, that's right. Yes, we'd really appreciate that. Should we go to gain access? Let me see. I have access, and normally I would gladly escort you there. Unfortunately, I have many matters to attend to once our meeting's finished. Oh, our apologies. We didn't mean to take up so much of your time. Not at all. Ellie, I quite enjoyed our chat. Shall I have one of my employees take you? That won't be necessary. Belle! Ah, so you've returned. Yes, Father. Just arrived moments ago. Been too long, Ellie. Cut it out, Belle. How long has it been? 2 months? 3? You've gotten thinner, Ellie. Have you been eating right? You can always fix that, no problem. I also see that your arms and legs have shaped up nicely, too. Very impressive. Only natural that I built some muscle, given our daily routines. Because of that, I may have actually gained a few pounds, believe it or not. Oh, is that right? Ooh, now that you mention it, I can feel all this new muscle. Feels amazing, I must say. It suits you well. Hell... She's old, isn't she? Thank you, Idios. I will treasure this moment for the rest of my life. The person in the relationship transcends your ordinary friendship. Maria Belle. I know how much you enjoy your special brand of touchy-feely reunions, but I think that's enough for now. After all, our guests are quite busy today. Huh. Fucking right, he's the goat! Oh, my apologies. Everyone, allow me to introduce my friend. This is Maria Belle Croy, Uncle Dieter's daughter and my best friend. These are my colleagues, Belle, Lloyd, Randy, and Tio. Now, enough with the introductions. I'd much rather inspect them myself. Huh? So I may have been spoiled on one major thing about Maria Belle. Let's see. What? Help you? You pass, dear. You're as cute as a button. You two fail miserably. What? Why? The hell? I'm cute as a button too. Cuter even. Yes, I'll say I'm aware of her... I don't know if it's current or future affiliations. Thought of you mangy mutts being by my dear Ellie's side day in day out is revolting. Goddess herself must be sighing, no, sobbing at this tragedy. Absolutely unacceptable. Just call us mutts? Calm down, Belle. What's with your outfits? They are far too casual for someone of Ellie's pedigree. You could at least have the decency to wear an appropriate suit. Well, these clothes make traveling easier when you have to hike through the mountains or cross difficult terrain. I ask for your excuses. No, now that I think about it, Kev's basically Randy. See, Ellie, this is exactly why I didn't want you to work for the CPD. Minus being the goat and everything. Couldn't you have worked for me instead? It'd been a much more worthwhile use of your time and talent. It's enough, Belle. Look, I just exist on the internet. We live in an unfortunate situation where just existing on the internet will spoil you on things you have no idea about. I would say frequently existing on the internet is terrible. It's enough, Belle. Well, my office has certainly become a lively place. We're all about the same age, so I'm glad to see you're getting along so well. I don't actually know if I knew the ending of 13-2 before I played it. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time for me to stop putting off my next appointment. You show our guest to the terminal room, Belle. I also played it like a year or two later, so... the terminal room? Why do they need to go there? And ask them for the finer details. Farewell, everyone. It was a pleasure. Oh. Tactical retreat if I have ever seen it. Oh, Father. If you're ready, then could you lead us to... Hey, I wasn't finished with you yet. You there with the fiery red hair and loud orange coat. Do you honestly think that's acceptable? Built physique like yours demands to be shown off in a suit, like a real man. Who, me? Sorry to disappoint, but suits just ain't my style. More into the casual look. Fits my effortless swagger better. Don't worry, though. I may be a ladies' man, but I've never tried to seduce Mademoiselle on a romantic moonlit night. You know, like my man Lloyd here did. Oh, Lloyd, how... Do you think Lloyd's got the shovel? Excuse me? Randy, why? Can you not say it in such a misleading way? I failed to see what exactly about the description was misleading. Besides, your mood has improved dramatically since last night. Tio, please. Oh, come on, Tio, not you too. Lloyd, wasn't it? Care to elaborate on your friend's little story, as there's something I would like to know. What vile, lecherous things have you done to my sweet, innocent Ellie? I haven't done anything to her. Ellie, would you please back me up here? He's digging. Lloyd, you're digging. I think I understand the situation now. Shall I show you to the terminal room then? It'd be lovely, Belle. It's not too much trouble? Of course not. I'd do anything for you, Ellie. So, have we cleared up that misunderstanding? Whatever. Over it. So you're the special support section? I'm curious to see what you're capable of. And whether or not you can prove to me that you're worthy of being Ellie's... Ollie. Okay. She only directing this at me. Man, you definitely just shot straight to the top of her shit list. Condolences. Had enough fun, Belle. You show us to the terminal room now? Of course, follow me. The terminal room is down on floor B5. Shall we board the elevator then? So I'm liking them so far. She's a real piece of work. I promise she's not a bad person. It's just, sometimes can't be sure if she's being overbearing or overly enthusiastic. Oh. She and her old man sure make quite the intense duo, don't they? I suppose that is to be expected for the family that owns the famous international bank of Crossbow. Tio is no Tita, but, like, I think Randy is a suitable agate replacement. And I guess Lloyd and Ellie could be considered Estelle and Joshua replacements. I like both of them. Yo, what's up, Buster Sword? I don't know why. Sometimes your messages don't show up in, like, my YouTube chat window, but they show up in the Streamlabs thing. I'm gonna have to see if I can get, like, a pop-out thing for the Streamlabs chat. Yin, was it? Exactly as his objective. Nice Eve, can't complain at all. I haven't been able to come to a conclusion yet, unfortunately. Got any new thoughts on this situation, Lloyd? I'm sure you've probably figured out a thing or two already. Got a weird Canadian question. Well, sure, shoot. So, it's popping up in... See your messages if I open it in Chrome, but if I have it in Opera, it's where... I don't know. Browsers are weird. Do actually got the context. Do actually. Wondering if perhaps the threat letter in the orb mail were in truth written by two different people. Well, not sure I follow. They're like Western Chinese dishes. Oh, no, I didn't even... 1 second. Gotta tab out. And a show from the 70s or 80s of an Asian guy making dishes, okay. It's pretty simple. Threat letter's phrasing is odd, but straightforward. Meanwhile, if you recall the orb mail... Orb mail is written with an old-fashioned diction. I don't think I ever have. Do you remember what it was called? Don't you agree they read nothing alike? I see your point. I think you mention it, yeah. I'm so shocked by the content of the orb mail that I failed to notice. And what did you make of all this? Two possibilities come to mind already. For example, what if Yin doesn't operate alone? His accomplice could have sent us the orb mail. Or perhaps Yin intentionally wrote the two messages differently to throw us off. Sure, there are other possibilities I could list too, but frankly, it won't help us much to keep throwing out theories at this stage. Well put. How interesting. Come again? We're almost there. Walk with Yan? No, I don't think I've ever heard of it. Well, it looks like CTV was airing it until I was 2. Yeah, no, it's all good. I've definitely seen this person before. Yo, raid. Why is Stream Elements not giving me the raid notification? Yo, what's up, Gotcha Shawl? Thank you so much for the raid. How goes? What were you guys up to? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to B5F. This floor houses the IBC's main terminal. Terminal room is right down the stairs. Really spared no expense securing this place, didn't you? Of course, we're considering storing all our clientele's data here eventually. Since our safeguards against hackers are a bit thin at the moment, we have to put that plan on the back burner for now. Oh, you're playing this as well? Nice. Hopefully you're a little bit further than me, so you're not risking any spoilers. Yeah, welcome in. Welcome in, Gotcha Shawl, Sapphire Cats, Obsidian Varg. I'm further than you? Well... don't pay too much attention. Yeah, I don't know, a little bit into Chapter 2. I guess I'm not that far into the game, so it's probably not tragic if you were to get spoiled on something at this point, but... I hope you're enjoying it. Ah, that makes sense. Need a raid run here? No worries. You gotta avoid spoilers. I get you. You do you. You love this series? Me too. I played the first one like a year and a half ago, or like 2 years ago, and for some reason I never... It took me like 2 years to play the next one. So I finished Sky 2 and 3 at some point around the start of the year. Hey, thank you for the follow. I need to look into why Stream Elements is not giving me notifications. Oh, it's displaying the follow. It says... Is it popping up on stream? Like, is the window at least popping up in the middle of my screen? Or is it just the audio that's broken? No, it's not. That's weird. OBS. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I accidentally clicked the eyeball on the Stream Elements source. Probably when I was trying to hide something else, so... That explains why that was happening. Oops. Call everyone who plays Trails. Let's go. Well, I do plan on getting through the series eventually. We're on game 4 of, what is it, like 13? So, welcome in. Could have a national scandal on our hands if a client data were to... That's correct, and for that reason, we're still in the development stages. Anyways, yeah, thank you again for the raid. If you've had to pop out already to avoid spoilers, absolutely respect that. I'll have to check out your playthrough sometime. See how far you are. "13 games. Wow. This is some mind-blowing stuff. It's like I'm looking at the future itself. You guys really have all the most bleeding-edge tech you can get crammed into this one building. This is the latest model of information processing system developed by the Epstein Foundation. I believe the Burrow's high-speed cruiser also utilizes a similar system. That's a lot of screens for Reddit. By the way, I'm dual streaming on both YouTube and Twitch, so if I respond to a message that you don't see in chat, it might be above me. Ah, you must be referring to the famous Arceo. The systems they use are essentially the same, but there's one major difference. We've increased the processing power several-fold to handle the vast network of information. Incredible. Lady Maria Bell? Hello, ma'am. Hello to you as well. I trust the project is proceeding smoothly. Of course, all thanks to your continued support. Recent simulations are proving to be extremely successful. Sorry, who exactly are they? They're with the Crossbell Police Department. Oh, by the way, there's a possibility that our main terminal has been hacked into by an external source. What? Hacked? Well... Theo, mind explaining the situation to them? Yes, allow me. You know, surprisingly, I've never played Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. So while I understand the reference, Buster Sword, never played the game. You adeptly explain the situation. Somebody hacked into the network. I can't deny that the possibility exists, but I'm in total disbelief that it actually happened. No, No, this should be impossible. I refuse to accept that somebody out there could have hack into our system this easily. If you're this adamant, then I'll have to assume that one of you two sent the orb mail. So which of you two is Yin? Cough it up. What? No, neither of us is Yin. Must have been a hacker then. The two of us are so worthless. That's the only explanation. It's being pretty hard on himself. Yeah, it is mostly RPGs. I mean, a little bit of everything as well. RPG's been addicted to Slay the Spire 2 lately. This reminds me of Ilya. Guess we know who holds the whip here at the IBC. Basically anything that isn't like a shooter. Unless that shooter is Borderlands 2. Special Support Sections terminal received the orb mail around 3 a.m. Theodol looked through the logs around that time period, okay? Yes, ma'am. Look through them right away. Here it is. Orb mail's encryption algorithm was cracked right under our noses. It's as we thought. Seems like pretty solid evidence to me that our hacker's coming from outside the IBC. Trace their point of access. Okay, the point of access is... Oh good, I lost it. So, we still have no idea where the hacker managed to enter the system from. Right, whoever this is, they know what they're doing. They managed to get rid of any trace that they'd ever tampered with the system. Most I can confirm with complete confidence is that they used a terminal somewhere in the city. They're good. Really good. Can I use the terminal for a moment? Huh? But... Go ahead, sweetheart. Theo, was it? You can tinker with their system as much as you'd like. Thank you. Begin then. Access. Aeon system activate. Huh? Theo. Oh my. Attempting real-time control by multi-dimensional analysis. Analyzing all terminal logs, examining all suspicious logins, leaving traces of concealment. The way she said access, just... Yeah, holy Theo Ultis. Theo unleashed her noble phantasm, Jesus. She's amazing. What's this insane processing speed? Please support me, too. Accessing all cross-bell terminals via administrator privileges. She just reminded me of, what's his name from Fate? And he goes like, Trace. Oh. Shio, was that his name? Transferring any suspicious logins to you, so please examine the folder. Right. Can handle it. Ellie, are you following any of this? No, not in the slightest. Glad to hear I'm not the only one who's completely in the dark here. Now I see. Theo's an Orbital staff user. Well, that impressive piece of technology allows for instantaneous use of Orbital arts. It seems she's found a way to use it as a conduit for augmented control of terminals. Understand what's going on? Bill did study orbital engineering at the Epstein Foundation, so I'm not surprised. I could say I know a thing or two about orbital technology. Looks like they're just about finished. Oh, hey. Either of you found anything? The logins. Are you comparing Tio to Hojo? The logins on my side look clean. How about you, Clay? Bingo, I got it. Control Terminal 8 in the Geofront's B sector. Detected an unauthorized login from there. Geofront. So, a little rat snuck underground in that area right near Station Street, eh? Mistaken. That location leads to the Geofront's A sector. Terminal access by the hacker was in the Geofront's B sector. It looks like it's somewhere underneath the northwestern part of the city. Oh, the music's calmed down. Northwestern part of Crossbell City. That should be the residential district and the entertainment district. What should we do, Lloyd? I say we head there immediately. City Hall should be responsible for all geofriend access, if I remember correctly. Let's start by asking the receptionist if we can borrow the key for that sector. Sounds like a plan. Let's get moving. Seems like the truth of this case is nearly within your grasp. Certainly hope so. Couldn't have done it without your cooperation, Maria Bell. Thank you, Bell. You two as well. Us? Oh no. We barely did a thing. This girl's the real champion. Sure is. Good work. Great work, Tio. I can't pretend to have any idea what you did, but you helped us without a doubt. Good job, Tio. That's our Tio Tot. She always pulls through for us. I don't believe I did anything extraordinary. Besides, I'm a member of the Special Support Section, too. It's the least I can do. Not extraordinary, she says. I have a proposition for you, Tio. Would you and Ellie like to come work for me? Come on, Belle, cut it out. Trying to poach our talent? I'd prefer if you didn't. We need the whole team together, you know. Oh, settle down. I was just kidding. Yeah, everyone wants to take Ellie away from us. Anyway, once you've managed to solve the case, do fill me in on the details. I'll leave that keycard in your hands for the time being. I'll give you access to the top floor as well as this one. Make use of it as you'd like. Thank you, Belle. Now, if you'll excuse us. Now, this may just be my intuition speaking. I believe it's likely that the person who sent that orb mail is in fact not Yin. The sender is clearly knowledgeable about orbital engineering. They may even be connected to the Epstein Foundation. Who knows? What? How do you know that? I agree with your assessment. I've already considered the same scenario. Orbital network is currently restricted to people who understand advanced network technology. I don't know where that came from. Despite it being used for hacking, I feel as if I've seen this method deployed before. How? Oh, and in case you find our dear little hacker, I prefer if you let them off the hook. So please, don't drag them away to jail or anything like that. What? But why? At the moment, there aren't any actual laws in place prohibiting acts of hacking. As a matter of fact, I consider our little friend a useful tool in advancing our network security protocol. I'm meaning to create a defense system against hacking now that we're orbalizing banking. Oh, Belle. Damn, she's one bold gal, I'll give her that. Got anything else to say? No. Geofronts. First floor. Had we finally have a lead, but wow, I'm exhausted. No kidding. Must be especially wiped out after Maria Bell tore into you like that. She really didn't like you. Wonder whose fault that was exactly? I have to say, it is rare to see someone not specialized in orbital technology reach her level of proficiency. I'm certain Maria Bell is not an engineer. She certainly has experience from her studies, but no, she specializes in business management. As her father's right hand, I've heard she's tasked with managing several of his projects. Wow, that's incredible. So, is that what she wanted to hire you for, Ellie? Yes. I appreciate her offer, but it's just not for me. How about how gung-ho her old man got on us? I don't think I've ever heard a speech that intense in person before. I must say, it was quite interesting. And will chase after the ideal of justice. She's been teaching me various life lessons through stories ever since I was little. Days has given me even more to think about when it comes to our duties. Yeah, same here. Anyway, we've got a good lead to go off of. Let's go get the geofront key from the receptionist at City Hall. Right. Let's get going then. justice, huh? So, Lloyd, are we suspicious of Dieter? Is that what that's about? You, give me a key, please. Welcome to Crossbell City Hall. Oh, you're with the CPD, aren't you? Meet with someone? No, not quite. One's B sector. I believe it's in the northwestern part of the city. Wait one moment while I fetch you the key. Here you are. Very much. It was easier than expected. Okay for us to borrow this without any paperwork? Not to worry. I've been instructed to cooperate with the CPD on matters like this. Truth be told, I've lent that very same key out to the Bracer Guild before. Really? I wonder what they needed it for. The entrance to the Geofront's B sector can be found near the residential district's waterway. Be careful with that. I've lost it a few times already. Okay, we'll be extra careful with it. Thanks, beautiful. Fucking Randy. Just had to sneak that one in there at the last second. The residential district's waterway. Oh, it's down here? Yeah, I definitely saw that earlier. You know, that's true. You can also say that about 80% of the things that Randy says. Honestly, it doesn't look all that different from the A sector. According to the database, this sector is used to control the city's water systems. The terminal in question should be located somewhere in the upper stratum. It's on the orb mail, he'll be expecting us. Should proceed with caution. True. There's no way to know if this is a trap or not, so let's keep our eyes peeled. Don't want to get caught off guard, you know? Right, let's tread lightly. For some reason did not register this was a new map. Aha! There you are. Kept you waiting, huh? You sure did, buddy. Well, we seem to be... Oops. We'll say adequately leveled for this section of the game. Wait until Randy to see what you're weak to. Everything. Water especially. Ellie... Oh. She just had the range to do that. Barrier? I hardly know her. Yo, we were talking about you material earlier. We got some. Oh, we're going around. Fights are giving me 30 experience with all the multipliers. Most of them are probably not worth doing. we're getting 26 experience. I need 500 to level up. Crossbow is so advanced that even this chest is connected to the orbital network. Can you believe it? Thought we wanted to go to the upper stratum. We're going down. Seems... What the heck? Want that. Seems to be not what I want to do. Alive. I wish I were a saint. Oops. That's awkward. Can't use arts. That's fine. Lloyd? Get your shit together, Lloyd. What, all my shooting at the lever from across the thing? Orbital notice for Pom Pom Party. Pom Poms, those are like the metal slimes of this game, right? For this series. Okay, hold on, let's go back, because I saw a chest. Not that direction. Chance of success, 0. You know what? Let's just fight. Did I say you guys were weak too? Everything. Water and wind, especially. Slide, right? Shining bombs are metal signs. That was nice. Did I say especially water? Yeah, we're just not getting any experience. Oh, I guess I have to go this way then. We will loop back around somehow. Well, we gotta heal, so let's maybe be a little bit careful. Oh, it's just robots and a big robot. Don't suck me off. What? That's pretty good damage. Cleary, and I know for a fact you heard me. Get to water. Oh, they go boom. See that one? I got blown and then I got sucked. Yeah, like, come on, you gotta take me, like, to dinner first. Oh, big suck. I need to use rain. I assume you're probably also weak to water. Does anyone need healing? Is Ellie... Theo will deal with that. So you are also very weak to water. I'm just afraid this guy is gonna go kaboom when he dies. So we're gonna, like, have everybody move away from him. By kaboom, I mean, like, super kaboom. I feel like Hydro Cannon is a different skill. Wasn't Hydro Cannon single target before? Yeah, it did go super kaboom, I was right. Oh, another U that's another upgrade. We're at 3 U materials. Maybe I'm mixing it up. That's a list of Orbital Arts and Trails through Daybreak. Sky FC. Hydro. Maybe it just didn't exist. Maybe not Sky. Maybe... Or maybe not Sky 1. Maybe... Alright, maybe I'm making things up. It just didn't exist. There's also definitely, like, 2 chests that I walked by. Music playing. Must be someone inside. Control Terminal 8 should be right past this door. Does that mean Yin and the hacker are waiting for us in there? Possible. Let's take a closer look. Be on your guard, everyone. We don't know what Yin's planning. Right. Next up, how about I earn a little bit of pocket change? What do we got here? First up, specs on the new Rhineford Company train? Neat. Oh yeah, this guy. What's this? Specs on the new Vern Company sports car? Whoa, ZCF is developing a brand new model of airship liners. Between this and the Orbital gear, they're not missing a beat. That... Imagine he would be. What's this kid? Should've known. Yin sure was generous with the ginormous Argem crystal. Heck, this might even fetch me 10,000 Mira. I'll go exchange this at 9 volleys sometime tomorrow. Maybe that'll be enough for me to get all those parts from Guillaume. Still, Yin really likes to ask for the impossible. I was able to send the orb mail, but I doubt anyone could trace it back to me. Yeah, no, I definitely doubt that. Oh, what am I saying? No one in Zemuria is capable of tracing down the great Jonah. Is that so? Who's there? I think it's safe to say we found our hacker. What the hell? He really is just a kid. Who are you people? Wait, are you that special support section Yin was talking about? Yep, nice to meet you. So Yin is an acquaintance of yours then. Frickin' nerd kids. Yeah. Yeah, do you have a locker Not for shoving you into. Definitely not. Just, you know, just for storing some things. Like you. What? This can't be happening. Some dumb cops were able to track down a genius like myself? Same as ever, Jonah Sacred. Theo Plato, what are you doing here? Ask you the same question. Certainly did not expect to find a runaway from the Foundation living in what amounts to a sewer. Man, this just gets worse and worse for the Epstein Foundation, doesn't it? Really, added context just does not make this better. Theo, you know this kid? Both worked in the same Epstein Foundation research laboratory. Specialized in different fields, so we did not know each other especially well. Damn it, of course. I forgot that you could trace the orb mail if you used that stupid system of yours. Ah, man, if I knew Theo freaking Plato was here, I would have been more careful. Careless as always, Jonah. Soon you're aware just how much your mischief has cost the Foundation. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. What exactly did this kid do? At a young age, Jonah undertook special training as a systems engineer at one of the Foundation's research labs. During one of his foul pranks, he managed to ruin an important experiment from which the Foundation suffered heavy losses. Then, unhappy that the others were rightfully angry at him, he packed up and ran away. Are you serious? For some strange reason, that story doesn't surprise me. Jeez, so he's just as big of a brat as he looks, huh? Damn it, quit slandering my good name. Theo Plato, you aren't planning on ratting me out to the Foundation, are you? I'll post all your most embarrassing secrets all over the net. Welcome to try. To my knowledge, I do not have any embarrassing secrets for you to post in the first place. Even if I did, there's no chance the likes of you would be able to discover them. Not to mention, I could effortlessly find and eradicate anything you might post about me. Theo, are you okay? Like, do you need someone to talk to? This is real, like, Reddit mod shit. Curse you. Looks like Theo Tot's a step ahead of you at every turn, kid. So, your name's Jonah, right? What in the world are you holed up here? Shut up. I've no obligation to tell you anything. Jonah, answer him. Managed to trace you down to this dump, so you've already lost. Ugh, fine. Now I'm working as an informant in Crossbell State. Informant? Whoa now, can't say a job like that suits a kid like yourself. Nowadays, being an informant has nothing to do with age. Anyway, built up quite a few contacts in Crossbell. Got info from Erebonia, Calvert, Laburo, Remiferia, Lamont State, Arteria, you name it. Top of that, I've got insiders on a ton of companies across Zemuria. All thanks to the power and greatness of the Orbital Network. Since security on the net is so weak, all that delicious info is mine for the taking. Unbelievable. That has to be illegal, right? Fortunately not. Due to the Orbital Network still being in its experimental phase, there are currently no laws criminalizing the act of hacking. I imagine it's only a matter of time. Crossbell's been pretty laid back about this kind of stuff. After I got fed up with that Foundation lab, I set up shop here as an informant. I get tons of regulars, and I'm making bank. Good grief, you really think you got the world in the palm of your hand, don't you? And again, it seemed as if you were unaware of my temporary transfer to the police. Some informant you are. Give me a break, Plato. Not like I know every nook and cranny of Crossbell yet. Besides, Kitty keeps me busy enough as is. Kitty. Shut up, I didn't say anything. Wait, there's no way... You aren't Kitty, are you? When did you arrive in Crossbell? not quite understand the question. I transferred to Crossbell around 2 months ago. Phew, that's a relief. I guess your hacking style is different from Kitty's anyway. Quite sure what that was about, but it's about time you answered my question. What's your relationship with Yin? You admitted to sending the orbital mail earlier, right? How'd you do it? Whatever. Here, take this. Silver card. Door has been opened. I summon you to challenge me at the Tower of Stars and hear my wish. Wait. Message from Yin? Request 2, apparently. I was told to send the orb mail to the SSS, then give you that card if you made it here. Still, I can't believe you were actually able to find me. Huh, so that's how it is. You must have met Yin more than once, yeah? Yep, he's one of my regular customers. Every so often he stops by to buy all sorts of info from me. Though this is the first time he's asked for something as strange as this. So Yin's been here before. Is a description of him? Kinda. He always wears black and covers his face with a mask. Not very helpful, I know. But from what I understand, he's some crazy assassin from Calvert's East Quarter. How sick is that? So cool. Cool. Yeesh. No one ever tell you need better role models, kid? Regardless, Yin seemed to be inviting us to meet him at the tower. So on that letter, I can only assume that there's something he'd like to discuss. Looks that way, doesn't it? I don't know what business he has with you guys, but I know he's trying to test you. Heh. Who does this guy think he is? Ain't your average criminal, that's for sure. Oops. What exactly is this Tower of Stars that he mentioned? Is it some kind of metaphor? Tower of Stars. Something about that sounds familiar. Hold on a second. Could he be referring to the Stargazer's Tower? You know, on the southern outskirts of Crossbell? Oh, that's right. It's that tower from the Middle Ages that we saw near Ursula Road. The hell did he choose a place like that for our rendezvous? I don't know, but it's our only lead. At this point, all we can do is go there and investigate. Yeah, I agree. Set out once we're ready. We can get there from the south exit. That's all fine and good, but we still got a problem here. What are we gonna do with this kid? Hey now, you don't need me for anything else, right? Listen, Jonah. Geofront is official Crossbell City property. This is trespassing. Well, excuse me for making good use of some space that would just fill up with dust otherwise. Besides, there's no law saying you can't use the Geofront for personal reasons, is there? You're just splitting hairs now. Isn't living in a place like this dangerous, Jonah? There are monsters wandering about, and don't get me started on your diet. Indeed, there's nothing but pizza boxes as far as the eye can see. Living in a sewer in pizza boxes. No, they couldn't be referencing anything. That's a completely original concept. You actually having someone deliver them all the way down here? Of course not, I'm not stupid. Just have them deliver it outside the Geofront door. There's a ventilation duct near here that leads right to the entrance, so it works out. See? That's just my secret to traveling through here safely. This guy's a lost cause. A true shut-in through and through. Well, we're busy with our investigation, so we'll overlook this for now. Try not to overstep any bounds, okay? Not do anything too dangerous. Make a lot of enemies in this line of work. Yes, please be careful. Ha, I'm shaking in my boots. Still, if there's info you need to get your hands on, you know who to call. I don't come cheap, though. I doubt rookie police officers like you guys can afford my services honestly. Jonah. Not worried, Lloyd. Worst comes to worst, I can simply hack this entire place and find us the necessary information. Hey! Still can't believe he's living in a place like that. Honestly, I don't think we should leave him down there. Right, he looked young enough to still be attending Sunday school. How old is he, T.O.? I believe he's 13 years old. You're younger than I am. It'd be best if the Foundation took him back under their care. Lloyd? He mentioned he caused them a heavy loss, so maybe they wouldn't be the best ones to contact. Meh, I say leave the kid alone. Seemed like he could take care of himself well enough. Jonah may be a prodigy when it comes to the Orbital Network. However, because of his overinflated ego, even I, someone who specializes in a different field entirely, may seize on his mistakes. Worried about him, aren't you? Well, let's just keep an eye on him for... It'd be wise of us to pay him a visit every once in a while. Yeah, sounds like a plan to me. Anyway, what should we do about Yin? Sounds like he's waiting for us at Stargazer's Tower. Yeah, it is so crazy. That is a wild fucking sentence. That is such a wild fucking sentence. I know, every time it's like, yo, we gotta turn him back to Epstein. Jesus Christ, it does not get better. Destination is the tower we saw from Ursula Road. Exactly do we get there, though? Be sure there's a side road off the highway that leads into the forest. Should be right past that. Indeed. At any rate, we should double check our supplies before we get going. Right, we can't ignore the possibility that this is all an elaborate trap. Let's prepare for the worst before we set off. Not only he owes a debt to the Epstein Foundation. Because of the damages he caused. I'll go. Why can't he be a full-on party member? Persona 3 was bold enough to make a dog a party member. Alright, but that is where I am gonna call it for the night. It's almost midnight. And doing the voice for Jonah has made my throat not want to be here anymore. GG's, thanks for hanging out. I suppose I may as well send the raid... Send the viewers we got from a raid somewhere else. Let's see, who do I got online? Where's Twitch? There we go. Oh, you're still online. Alright, well, I'll shut off the YouTube stream for now. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. When am I going to be back? Either tomorrow or Wednesday, I'm not sure yet. I got a couple of things I wanted to do one of the days, so we'll see. But yeah, peace out, everybody on YouTube.